this guy Cal Breezy for delay. Oh,
Silence
shoot.
your
Good call.
laptops.
Yeah, I wouldn't have that.
This is going to be crazy, dude.
I want
no.
Cal Breezy to be timed out.
Yeah, he wrote delete.
Yeah, I want this
How's
guy.
that tag
I
out?
want this guy out of here.
Yeah.
Delete.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we should be live very, very soon.
We're
Very
live.
soon. I don't know. I don't
We're
see. No one
live.
wrote it
We're
yet.
live.
No one wrote
Hold on,
live.
I have an Army New Jersey National Guard ad. So
Okay, now I got live. We got live.
Oh, we got live?
Yeah,
We're
hey,
live.
you got someone said live. We're good.
Yeah, I think we're live.
I think we're live.
Hello.
All right.
Oh, sorry. That's your.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Yugioh Crazy 8's. This is episode 76. It was Kuaidul all along. I want to thank all of you guys for being here. This is going to be an absolutely nutty discussion off of what I thought was a crazy episode. I know I said at the end of 75 that 75 was one of the best of the Rush era. I think this one is also at that caliber. I absolutely loved it. The ride that the second half of this episode took us on, following Kuaidul's journey from his perspective, from his set of eyes, that he was the mastermind behind everything, is nothing short of mind-blowing when a month ago, in middle of August, we didn't even know this character existed.
Nope.
There was no inkling that this character existed. And meanwhile, he's responsible for every single thing that has happened. The narrator from the beginning, and he has been carefully and meticulously crafting his story throughout, and that has been the story that we, the viewer, have been seeing in Go Rush, and now they are literally challenging, through Udius, basically the mastermind and the narrator of the story, which is insane. We got a great team to break down this episode. We got Cal, we got Dredge, we got Pete, we got my man DJ, the producer.
Hi.
The man behind the screen, as always. And how are you boys doing tonight?
Awesome.
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, man?
I'm doing wonderful. Cal, I'm going to need you to plug me in here if you don't mind. Dredge, how's everything been?
You know, good, man. Just
Good.
watching some great Yu-Gi-Oh, actually. It's
I mean, it's been
it's
something.
crazy.
It's been something.
It's exciting. It's really exciting for the show, and I'm excited to talk about it today.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Pete, you were questionable to come. I'm very happy you made it.
Yeah, in between my stressful life, I decided to let off some steam.
Pop it.
I'm here to-
Oh,
I'm
God.
over the studio bridge. Let Bridge cook. That's
Oh,
all.
let Bridge cook.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
we're gonna let Bridge cook all day long. I'll tell you that. I mean, we've got so much to get into. Nick T, the man in the middle, is going to be joining us. He's just going to be late. I am leaving for a flight in like 8 hours.
Yeah.
So
That's actually
we
almost
definitely need to we'll get through it. We're not going to rush through it, but we will get through it in a timely and responsible fashion here, especially because this is my second to last episode prior.
Hey, we're almost there.
All right.
We almost made it.
I mean, it's not a good sign when the people on this podcast with me are
What?
celebrating.
No, dude, we're gonna miss you so
They're
much.
celebrating
Oh my god.
that I have to get
So
a very
what's the
risky
first
surgery.
episode?
Oh,
Well,
stop
we're not.
All right.
We're not
All right.
We're not celebrating that.
Okay.
But
Let's
what's the first episode? Like the date of that?
It is
October 4th.
October 4th. Oh, jeez. It's almost like Dredge has been looking
All right.
forward to that day
Cal,
for
you know
a
what
while.
I'm thinking, I think? Maybe we all get dinner together.
wanna get
like we
dinner?
used to.
So
Wanna hang out
actually,
for?
not a bad idea. I was actually thinking I just wanted to schedule my haircut because as like the new big chair.
Ah.
I expect a full suit for the first episode.
Okay.
I'll do it.
I'll suit up. Hey, you want to suit up?
I know.
I think
Let's suit up.
I think we should come.
Let's suit Artrin. Suiting up. Oh, gee.
I'm
Welcome.
getting mad.
We may not have you. Everything's gonna break the
Just like it's
computer.
Yeah.
welcome
mad.
to Yugioh Everything.
Oh
All right.
God.
All right.
Dill's gonna be
We have
upstairs watching
graphics
us,
that
like just.
crosses it out, and it just comes up as Yugioh nothing.
No. Dill's gonna sit across from us with a board writing. I hate you guys. Right? All writing all the things.
No, I
you think.
can't.
He's
I
not
can't
allowed to
even be
laugh.
in the same
Can't
space because
risk
I
it.
can't laugh.
Can't
I
risk
can't.
it.
I can't
Oh
risk it.
jeez.
I'll be
You can't
watching.
No, you can't watch either.
I'm gonna watch.
You can't watch. You know you can't watch because you will laugh.
I can't make a noise. Anyway, so luckily I'm happy because, I got very lucky that these last couple of episodes and hopefully next week have been really, really good because, if I was like on the mend during this stretch of Go Rush,
that'd been tough.
I'd be upstairs
Yeah.
like depressed that
That'd
I
been tough.
can't talk
You
about
gotta
it.
hope like the
Darkness,
start of
my
like
old
the next
friend.
arc is
Literally.
just, like slow.
I just have to hope it starts though. If the next arc starts like this one started, I won't be missing much.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
true.
what I have to hope
Yeah,
for.
we can't forget that the beginning of this arc was.
I mean, it's crazy.
tumultuous
Oh my
at
God.
best.
This arc is don't judge a book by its cover, right? I
Yeah.
mean, and why it's so much better when an arc or when a show, and we've talked about this many times in the Talking Yu-Gi-Oh history. I'm sure we'll talk about it more, as we continue to do these episodes. It proves why a strong ending is so much better than a strong start.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, you'll remember
strong-
the ending.
At least a strong ending with a weak start is much better than a strong start with a weak ending.
Well,
Much better.
the way I like to put it,
Yeah.
I think you'd agree. You go to an amusement park, right?
Okay.
Oh,
So
no, it's one of
you
these.
see
Getting ready
this
already.
awesome roller coaster.
You see Nitro.
but you have to wait in that 2-hour line. So you're in the 2-hour line.
Great point.
But
Yeah.
we're on the ride right now.
Yeah.
We are on the ride, and
is
we're ready
the
to
ride.
go.
Yeah, yeah. No, he's absolutely right.
Right?
Nitro, El Toro, 100% worth that 2-hour wait. Now, Runaway Train, sure, it's a 5-minute wait, but it's really not that great of a ride.
And also El Toro gone.
No, it's back up.
Oh, it's back up
Even though it
again?
almost killed people.
Did
it's
they
back up.
adjust
They
it in
re-
any way?
I don't
or-
know if they adjusted.
Will you go on El Toro?
They
Yes.
actually made it
You
worse.
will go on El Toro.
I would go on El Toro.
You are a psycho.
Sick, dude.
I'll tell you,
Holy.
as you know, I'm not the most brave
No.
human being, but when it comes to roller coasters,
You'll-
for whatever
which
reason,
doesn't make
You're
sense.
willing to
It's
risk
blind
life
obedience
and
to
limb.
like, oh, yeah, you're gonna be fine.
Well, because
Oh, yeah, this is okay.
I,
it's fun.
I trust the
Ah.
engineers, like our friend Splendo, who work on these roller coasters
I
diligently.
don't think that's what he does.
I don't
But
think
He
so.
works on
engineers do.
airplanes.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a little less, important than roller coasters.
Don't even address it.
Anyway.
So have fun on that flight tomorrow.
Oh.
I mean, it's Spirit. I already. Read
Oh, are
my-
you actually on
I got
Spirit?
my last rights read to me. Yeah.
Oh, good luck.
yeah. They have
Jesus.
priests in the Spirit.
They do.
terminals, yeah.
You could pay
no,
for
that's their go-through in the beginning before you take off.
you could pay
Oh
for
my
your funeral arrangements with their baggage fees.
That's right. No, you're right. But anyway, listen,
the
we are not
body
here
bag fee.
to talk about Spirit or El Toro. Great coaster. Ride it if you're in Jersey. We are here to talk about episode 76, and my lord, was it an absolutely bonkers, crazy episode.
Oh, yeah.
But before we get into the discussion and the theories, I do want to thank everybody who either donated or super chatted in last week's episode. It was absolutely a crazy episode. You guys were insane with the super chats and the donations. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much for that. A special thank you to Colin Cleaves, Ice Aiden, Punch Kirby, 10th Emperor, Crystal Colden, Jack TCG VCG, Legendary Duels, Loop, Pick Rick, Shark Messiah, Gravity Hero, Dark Emperor J, Brian Ford, Lorena, Aura, Phaser the Abyss Slayer, Kudo of Team FTR. My handwriting is not good. And a special thank you to Sean Gilbride, Natalie, Brooke Raynor, Angie, Space Cowgirl, and Maddie, who all either super chatted or donated over $50 last week. A lot of crazy donations.
That's a
and
lot of
because of the generosity you guys showed me, not just last week, but consistently on this podcast, I have announced last week, and I'll announce it again today, we are going to be getting a big mic upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting for Black Friday to see if any deals come up, but I will say most likely before Jump Festa, we will have 5 Shure microphones, either SM7B or MV7X. Now, those, of course, are pretty much like professional grade microphones. The podcast, I think, is going to sound incredible.
I mean, we're in the big time.
We are in the big time, yeah.
We're gonna
And
be
so
really legit.
it's going to
like
sound
insane.
It's going to sound crazy.
Oh my god.
So
Honestly,
just
let's
like the new
quit our
table.
Jobs. Just
that
use
well,
Funko.
yeah.
all right. Yeah.
I'm in.
no,
Once we get that
that's-
table made by the Amish, then we'll.
That,
Then we know
Yeah.
if we can afford that, we can
Yeah.
do anything.
We know we
yeah,
made it.
exactly.
We can do anything.
No, but seriously, thank you guys for all of that. And so the podcast is getting a major upgrade in the very near future. So the audio will sound a lot better.
It already
and,
sounds really good. That's the
it
scary
does
part.
sound good.
It really does.
Yeah.
You go back and listen to
yeah,
it.
no, it
still
does.
sounds
But
really
there's
good.
still like popping, and like if you also like talk a little away from it. You
Yeah,
can
that's
notice
true.
it.
That's a good point.
With those Shure microphones, like it's like Joe Rogan
I
podcast.
I
Like, it's
noticed it when you
professional
were doing
grade.
the watch along this week and Caliber joined. Just that tiny distance he's away from your microphone, it's so much harder to hear him than it is to hear you.
Yeah, it's crazy. And these microphones are the same way. But yeah, I mean, listen, I appreciate all you guys. We're going to keep making improvements. And listen, we are less than 86 days from Yu-Gi-Oh! 9.
That's
so
actually correct.
That is
So
correct.
I have to ask. I admit, where was the remote?
It was literally right
Nick
there.
T found it.
Yeah, it was literally
So it was sitting in broad, and you just couldn't.
So
find
it was
Under one
behind
thing.
a box. Yeah.
behind it, but it wasn't under. It wasn't
It was on
covered.
top of the mini fridge.
Yeah, it was right.
That-
it was,
that's
it was
all.
literally-
You
it
see
took
those
Nick T
tapes?
for
Yeah.
30
No, I
seconds.
see it. That's
was
that's
under
all.
the
That's all it was.
papers,
Now I'm gonna
This big deal.
I'm gonna say something
Really?
that might shock you.
He never looked.
I
Might.
never looked.
Oh, that's not supposed to shock me.
Okay.
Not even a little
Okay.
bit.
Nick T looked
Not
while
even a
Pete was
little
streaming
bit. Oh, Lord.
on the eve of my birthday, and he found it in about
Great
20
night.
seconds.
Yeah.
It was a good night.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
Crazy.
so that clock is correct, and if those of you who are wondering what that clock is for, Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 is set to be announced, we imagine, at that year's Jump Festa. By the way, you missed it last week. JC, Legendary Duels.
I was
were
watching
watching.
the podcast. I saw that
Crazy.
that
Let me tell
JC.
you,
I got
could
about-
not believe it.
Hey,
I got about 15 texts from people
hey,
that were shocked.
The positive is now as the bouncer of the part, I don't need to throw him out.
No,
I
you
can let
don't.
him in.
You don't.
I can let
You
JC
can let him in.
in.
Hey, you
I
can even give him a
screamed on
hug.
top of this chair.
He did push my patience a little
That
bit. I don't know if I'm
is
gonna
true.
give him a hug. We'll decide.
All right, we'll see.
When I see that
I
man sub
screamed right on
and
top
the
of the chair.
X through Judah, I have to really think about
That's
it.
fair.
You know?
That's
I
fair.
really
It's
think
the
about
that man sub.
That's
That
gonna be a
man sub.
controversial
The
sub.
anti.
It's gonna be a
It's going to be
sub.
very controversial because there's people that are going to be here that don't necessarily watch this podcast. They're going
Be
to see
more
a
fun.
giant 6-foot hero
And a
with a
picture of a guy.
Jedi with a big red X.
Not even just some random kid, if you think about it. They're not
True.
gonna know who it is.
Well, most of them are going to be Yu-Gi-Oh fans.
Eh.
I would hope.
And then they're going to turn around and they're going to walk right back out of the house.
They
Imagine.
might. If
Imagine.
they're big GX fans, I wouldn't blame them, But it's
can't.
the That Man sub. We're honoring him. So anyway, I want to thank all of you guys as always. And listen, man, you guys are here for one reason and one reason only: to hear us get freaking nuts about Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, and that's exactly.
You might as well keep doing that now.
I might as well go
Yeah,
crazy
might as well.
because there's something huge of mine, a huge theory of mine that came out. You already know what it is. That came out of this episode.
I know. Can we
Oh.
actually? You should tell this theory on October 3rd.
I won't be able to speak.
Wait, what's the theory?
Yeah, you're picking up what I'm putting down.
So-
Wait, what's the theory?
It's 3 words. So all I'm gonna.
Wait, you already said this during the.
Dredge,
You're wrong.
but Dredge.
You know how bad that'd be? Do you know how? No,
don't
you know how much
think
I'd hate it.
But what if it's
I'd
Yuga?
hate it.
What if it's Yuga?
I still wouldn't like it.
Say it for the
Still
people.
wouldn't.
You remember a man who
Still
said
wouldn't.
that a long time ago. Do
Oh boy,
you remember who said that? It was this man right here.
it was probably.
I
that
remember
guy.
it was you.
Way back.
You
when.
said it episode 1 of
Way
7.
back
You
when.
said it. Good guy Otis.
Way back when. I didn't say that.
No.
You did say that Yuga and Otis were the same character. Anyway,
could happen.
we theorized.
Anyway,
yes.
listen, we're going to talk a lot more about Otis and
least
good
you didn't say
guys
it.
and morality. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say good guy Otis right now,
Oh,
but we'll get into that
God.
a little later on. I got to talk about this episode, man. This episode, I did not think we were going to get a lot from Kuaidul. We did. It was wonderful, and it blew my mind the amount of influence he had on this show. There was a big meme that came out of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains days. That big meme, what was it? Hashtag blame Lightning. Huge meme that came out of the Vrains days. Why was that meme there? Because Lightning was influential in almost everything that happened with Windy, with Bowman, with I mean, he was around for so long pulling the strings. This feels exactly like that, but almost on a grander scale, considering like this character basically wrote the story of Yugioh and Yugioh with how much he manipulated them, narrating. I mean, we even see in the flashback that he started narrating when he got Yugioh to Earth. And like, so he could just like observe what was going to happen. There's something so chilling and crazy about that. It's absolutely wonderful. So, Dredge, I'm going to throw it to you, man.
Wow.
What were your thoughts on episode 76 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush?
Yeah, it was pretty. I was pretty speechless watching that episode,
Yeah.
just to see kind of where the writers went with everything, the connections they pulled, and they went back and showed you everything, and I love that. I love that we got to see everything Kuaidul did to kind of manipulate and make him, the big bad. A little concerned about Otis now, or the creator, whatever you want to call him, and how that's going to kind of tie in with your good guy Otis theory, which I'm really concerned about, but we'll see what happens there. But no, I got to give hats off to the writers. Well done. A twist that none of us truly saw, and that's why we watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Right, for the twist, the things that we don't expect to see. It was great. Even Yugioh using interstellar change again at the end of the duel to get Yuhi in, and now we have a Yugioh finale matchup.
He also, what's so fun about him using that trap as well?
Yeah.
He just did it to also just like get rid of Yugioh. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't sure who was going to come in for
Yeah.
Yugioh, and like the old Yugioh would never have done that. Right?
No,
like that feels
whoever's
like such
opponent.
it feels like such a dishonorable thing.
and
to
he's
do.
kind of it shows
It's
that
like cowardice.
It shows that, even though he's still in control, right? You could argue he's in control and Kuaidul's not. He's not the same. So part of the way Yugioh is not there. Like
Right.
in the beginning, you do see he does why would you want to change people?
Yeah.
Then he does it later on in the episode.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
interesting,
It's
right?
That
Like,
influence, I think that
so
started to.
clearly
Full
the
control.
darkness or the Kuaidul
Yep.
is affecting him, whether he believes there's not. And that's why Yuhi and this. And hats off to the writer of Yuhi. I had Yuhi ranked very low up until about 10, 12, 13 episodes ago, where it was like, he climbed up to Yumu a little bit, but he still wasn't great. And now these last few episodes, Yuhi, even if the last arc you even say, or I mean arc and a half, Yui's become that character that's like, he's him. Like that's what he's done.
I think he's now
Timothy.
either the
There you
third.
go. There you go.
I think he's the third or the second best character
Yes,
in the show.
agreed.
I'd go that
Agreed.
far.
Agreed.
This arc has been insane for him.
Even to see the
It's been
scene,
insane.
Yeah, even to see the scene like at the end, you move debating what we have to do. Yui knew right away what he had to do.
Yeah.
And then even the confidence he has talking to Zuijo. Like he used to be scared of like, oh, Zuijo's so scared. He goes to Zuijo, I got this, Zuijo. I got no problem. And Zuijo kind of gives him that smile, like, oh, you know, I think you kind of grown up. Zuijo realized this. Yui's got this. Like
Yeah.
I can trust him.
What a great
They're on
pass
the
the
same.
baton
Oh
moment.
my! Again, I would have loved to see Zuijo Yui at some round two, but we'll get there. We'll get there again.
Yeah, we
sometime.
will.
But no, great, incredible episode. Love the writers are doing. Even the episode I didn't see where we got the release Kuaidul was. Yeah, this again, as Pete said, slow start to the arc, but we're finishing strong. So that's the most important thing. So
Yeah,
definitely. Really loved it. Great. And now we have a finale on Saturday. So
Yeah.
See what
There
happens.
were so many great character moments too, because
oh
obviously
yeah, I'm missing something.
you take
too.
away all the Kuaidul stuff, but you still have the synergy between Zuijo and Phaser's
Mm-hmm.
decks. The
Yep.
fact that they were able to communicate prior to this duel,
Yeah.
and coordinate and plan together, knowing how bitterly they disliked each other, and even their subordinates disliked each other in Tremolo and Denois. But by the end of that duel, they were like, you know what? Maybe like we're all not so different after all. And like that was almost like foreshadowing that they were going to come together and work out this plan. And then Yuumu being so frightened at the end because she's experienced being
Darkness.
possessed
Yeah,
twice by this being, and she knows that like we don't have, at least in the back of her head, she's got this doubt like, hey, we don't have a chance against this guy. And it's Udius, who prior to Kuaidul is the strongest duelist in the show. So like it's a double-edged sword, and she's paralyzed with fear, which I think, I know some people might say, and I thought it at first, like, it kind of makes her look a little weak, but I think when you think about it more with context, I'm fine with it because I think it makes sense given what she's gone through this arc. And then Yuhita just see his sister trembling the way she was, and like that was the moment where he was like, okay, now I definitely have to take action, and he did it. Snap call.
Yep.
Oh, it was such a good character moment. But Cal, what were your thoughts just generally on 76 here?
Generally speaking, thanks, Pete. I liked the episode a lot. I thought even just like the back and forth with Zuijo and Udius when Zuijo comes in, and then how he switches to Kuaidul. We get all the great backstory and basically, like you said, walking through everything that happened, right? Walking through all the stuff that he had done, and our realization of, oh my God, the creator may have nothing to do with what Kuaidul's plan is. Like, obviously, they worked together in the past on creating the Velgirians and everything, but as it's gone on, it seems, that Kuaidul's kind of doing this on his own, because he even said that after the creator had left, he was still interested and kind of started doing this. So I think that's a really interesting twist and cool kind of part of the story of, all right, when we meet the creator, is he going to know what Kuaidul was up to? Is he part of it? Is he against it? Which is where I guess your good guy Otis theory would come into play. But overall, I thought the episode really good. I loved Yuhi in this episode. I think him, like you had kind of stated, where Yuum was almost frozen in fear. It was like Yuhi's ignorance is bliss scenario for him. Like, I don't know what it feels like to be taken over by the darkness. So if I go in there and it ends up happening to me, like he doesn't know how bad it could be. Meanwhile, Yumu, who's been possessed twice, is sitting up there like, no, not again. We have no chance. I can't do this. Like, that's why she's like, scrunching her
He's having a
eyes
panic attack almost.
Yeah, and I think it's awesome that just seeing that Yuhi's like, yeah, like I have to do this. Like he knows it's on him, and he really, as me and Pete said before, he is Himothy. Like he has risen.
He is.
He has
He's
risen
him.
so
He is.
far, and even just in the last 15 episodes, like he's become like a new character, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I think he's slowly becoming a fan favorite with a lot of people, including most of us as well. And we all loved 75. I thought 76 was somehow even better.
Yeah.
And I still stand by it that 75 was one of the best Rush episodes. And 76 built on it and went to another level. Man, I'm excited for this finale. Pete, want to know your thoughts here. How did you feel about 7? I know you're a big villains guy, so how do you feel about 76?
Well, first, I got one word for you in the chat.
Yeah.
Chad He, baby.
Chad
Chad
He, yeah, all right,
He.
okay,
This man
okay.
is him. Okay, and I'm so glad to see that this character, who in the first season, I feel like a lot of us were very down on.
Yeah.
I know personally in the first 2 arcs, I was like, this character is like, what are we doing here?
He's the kid in the hallway where you tell your friend to like hold the basketball hoop over his head and you dunk on his head. You remember we
I
do
guess
that?
that's a way to
we
think
do
about
that
it.
in high school. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like what they have done. This man literally changes his outfit up. We go into a new season. There's a 2-year time skip, and he's completely different. And he still has progressed and evolved in this season.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And I just have absolutely loved that. Of course, generally speaking, this is a great episode. I mean, these last 2 episodes have been ridiculous. Just amazing. I also would like to say that Kuaidul, we have to crown him king of the monologues. I mean, this man is out here just dropping exposition like no tomorrow. And I think that is something that I don't remember as much in Bridge, where to have those long of scenes for one character uninterrupted to just keep going. And he's done that in 2 straight episodes.
And it all
now.
made sense. It wasn't like
it's
it
great.
like it was an ass pull in the way that like this character came out of nowhere, but it wasn't an ass pull in like describing how it all happened, because it all made sense that he manipulated everything and why he did it. And like, also like the slight he threw at Yugioh where he was like, oh, the best you could come up with was like
That was hilarious.
Oh my god.
Because Yugioh was basically judging him there. Oh, well, you still haven't told me what this whole thing is about. And he's like, not only I don't owe to tell you my whole thing, but also like, who are you?
Yeah,
like, I've
right.
been watching you this whole time. I'm actually the one who put some of those ideas into your head.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what you came up with. This is why Udius is so much more interesting. Told him right to his face.
I know.
So I really love that. As a villain perspective, I think he's been great. I actually don't really have the fear at this moment that like, we're going to defeat Udius here, presumably, and Kuaidul's gone.
It's
I think
very
I
minimal
hope
for
not.
me.
Good
I
God.
think
I
It's
hope.
very minimal
when
for
now
me,
you
yeah.
tie
not.
everything back to him for the most part, I'm like, there's no way. Like, this character is
Agreed.
sticking around. I
Yeah.
have some thoughts on some other stuff.
Oh, we'll get into that.
So we'll get into that. But overall, what a damn episode.
So we all clearly loved the episode, and we'll bring Nick T in whenever he gets here. But I said at the end of 75, I said right here on this podcast a week ago, I had 2 big fears that came out of what 75 was. The first one was that, well, Otis and the creator now, like all of the bad stuff is seemingly off of him and onto this Kuaidul character. 76 doubled down on that.
Yep.
And so now, not only like is Otis not like doing any of this recent manipulation, he didn't even do the manipulation to Yugioh prior to the show starting, right? Kuaidul pretended to be that character. Well, you're not buying that? You think Otis is influencing Kuaidul? You think it's a whole chess match going on?
I think they showed us.
You think so?
Yeah.
When?
I think in the beginning, when Kuaidul, taking him at face value, is telling the whole truth about the situation.
Yeah.
I purposely think the creator, in all of his wisdom, is talking up rush tools, talking about how much they're a failure, all that stuff.
It's
He
not. It's
got
Inception.
Kuaidul's
It's Inception.
obsession with rush tools.
Inception.
To
Yeah.
set all of this in motion. To me, the creator, it's a little Inception. He dropped that little nugget
Yeah,
in his
it's one of
brain,
those.
and he let it happen. and
I'd
was
love
like,
that.
That's
Let's
not
see where
bad.
this goes.
I'd love
because
that.
I am the creator. I have made all this. This is my first creation. I'll just kick him in the right direction. We'll see how that goes.
And if he does that, then you still have Otis, I think, is a very credible threat because he got Kuaidul
I
on this
think he
warpath.
is.
And Kuaidul is still a credible threat because he's still acting on his own, ambition. So I think that would be really, really a good decision for the story. My other fear after 75 was that Kuaidul was going to be forgiven or, redeemed at the end of this arc. That was prior to them going all in with the manipulation here in 76. I can't see that being the case now. I know there are still some people out there that are very worried about that because we just saw it with Phaser. I think about Gohai Yuga in Sevens when he showed up and he was defeated 3 episodes later. There's a big difference here. Kuaidul is not actually dueling. The character of Kuaidul is still kind of whimsical, floating around, popping in and out of Yugioh. He's not actually dueling. Yugioh is dueling basically on his behalf.
But he doesn't need to
And
duel.
exactly.
'Cause he has
and
him.
for that reason, I don't think he's going to be defeated, and I don't think he's just going to get redeemed like that. There's no way it's
It's
gonna
only like
happen.
if you're the nail variant, you come as this scary furniture guy store, and then you beat 2 guys in a row, and then just beat, and then you're redeemed. And
Well, and I guess that's
Yeah.
that's where the fear comes from.
Yep.
No,
Mhm.
there is valid fear, and
Yeah.
it was one of my big fears after 75. I just it can't happen because it would be so horrible.
Oh, God.
That's the word to use. It would be
Everybody just handshaking.
I mean, if he's like on their side after next week, no, there's no way.
If we
It'd be
forgave-
egregious.
Oh,
we forgave
God.
There's no way.
Phaser.
There's
we
no way.
forgave
Dead.
Phaser sort of after 2
We
years
really
of what he did,
Manabu
and we
still
and,
hasn't
and
been
we
forgiven.
we pushed it off as he's been he was manipulated.
Manabu's
You cannot
dead.
No.
do that again, and they've done that a few other times.
And Phaser was there from the beginning of arc number 5.
you can't
This
do
character showed up 2 weeks ago at
can't
the end
do
of the episode.
Yeah.
There's no way. It'd be so egregious that it's not even fathomable.
No. He's been doing this for years.
Yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
fathomable. There's no way he's getting redeemed. There's just no way. So, I have a very, very, very good feeling about that. I don't
mean,
worry about that.
you got to hope, and with the way the writers have written this so far, it's been great. So you hope that they can carry up in that. But the problem we have is, you look at 7s. How many good villains were there in 7s? Right. How many good villains so far in Garage have there been? Good villains.
Right.
So we're
Yugioh.
still,
But that's it.
he's Yugioh,
But
it's
he's
fair.
a rival villain.
Rival villain,
But
so
he,
not
but
like
much
villain.
like Revolver, he was a villain that first.
Yeah,
season.
agreed. But that's
Um,
it.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
there's
there-
still that fear.
There's
think
only
he'd be
been one villain in Rush Yu-Gi-Oh that never really got redeemed.
Yes.
Otis.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Well,
that,
what if-
that has more
but-
to do with he wasn't developed.
But the problem is also, you're absolutely right with the deal. But what if your good guy Otis theory
Good
comes
guy
true?
Otis.
That's not good. That's
But
can't
it
happen.
could be because we don't know. We still into the. We're gonna bring in Nick T because we still got a lot to talk about here. We're bringing in Nick T. All right.
Yeah.
Big episode. Big man.
the lumberjack.
The lumberjack.
They call him Zach.
Hey, it's better than being the Roman Reigns of high school. So there you go.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Or the most popular guy
DJ.
in high school.
That was you, Mr. Pop.
It was.
That's no.
Nick
it's
T,
not
I want to
true,
bring
though.
you in. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good,
brother.
dude. 76.
76.
We've all kind of given our general thoughts. We've all loved it. I'd love to know your thoughts on the episode.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It was probably one of my favorite
That's
episodes
what I said, yeah.
of like Rush Yu-Gi-Oh.
So I said the same thing. Yep.
I don't know. I mean, there was a lot to unpack there, but like so much between like the backstory, all pretty much revolving around Kuaidul
Yeah.
and like the Uno reverse card of using intergalactic chain.
Oh,
like,
that too. Yeah.
like the duel was entertaining, the visuals were entertaining, the whole Kuaidul backstory was incredibly entertaining and like juicy. Like he's just been pulling the strings
Of everything.
But I think it's interesting that he has a very opposite view of Rush Duels that Otis did because he was like, basically Otis was talking shit about Rush Duels like his whole time. Like I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It's like he was super hyped about it.
Right. So that was very interesting because that scene was a little so confusing. Did Otis say that they were bad, or was that Kuaidul saying that?
Kuaidul
Otis
saying the
said-
creator
That it
would
was-
often talk about that.
Right.
Yeah, and then but later he was like, it was nothing like the Rush Duels that the creator would like speak of, like a little bit like 3 minutes later.
Right.
Had said that.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean that's still Kuaidul's account of how that had happened. Obviously, take that with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very interesting how we had an opposing perspective here and how he wants his own game,
Right.
essentially.
Well, remember Otis. I mean, he was one of the people that loved Rush Duels. I mean, he was a big reason Rush Duels were installed
why I
in
think-
Sevens.
but
That's why I
probably-
think he's a bullshit artist.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
one,
and
he's
he
a
is.
bullshit artist for sure.
Yeah.
And two, but he's probably also bitter. It's like, he loves Rush Duels, but he got his ass kicked into 10,000 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, he literally
Guy
just traveled
lost
way back.
lost so bad he got sent 10,000 years into the
I
past.
mean, yeah. We don't know how many, but you got to figure he's been sent back far enough to establish a technological role as a creator.
Right. I mean, they were just casually side by side, just making beings,
Making
a
people.
cluster.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
All in a day's work.
Nick T, I said something during the watch along
Yes.
that I want your immediate response to.
Yeah, sorry. I won't even.
A lot of the pressure, a lot of the negative traits are off of the creator, are off of Otis because of Kuaidul.
Right.
Kuaidul did he may have even started the war. That wouldn't surprise me. Kuaidul very well could
think
have
he
started the war. Yeah, I
it's
think he
not
very
out
well
of
could have. So because now all of the buck is all on Kuaidul, hear me out. 3 words. Good guy Otis.
No.
But why not?
Because he's a piece of garbage.
Well, thank you.
He's still
But do we know that?
yeah.
He tried to murder 7 children.
No, but okay, you're going back to the comments.
No, and
Here
he,
comes the hide inside
he tried to
theory.
murder 7 children for really no apparent reason.
But well, that's the missing piece of the puzzle.
Because
we don't-
There is no.
Is there ever a good reason?
world
Wait, is there ever a
you
good
can
reason to
complete.
murder children?
In the
No.
past-
Is there ever a good reason?
in the-
Okay, I just want to make
In the
sure.
future, actually, you know what? Maybe he's a time traveler. He's the creator, came back to be Otis, finds out those kids in the future do war crimes. Yeah, that's why he's trying to kill kids.
Is that what you're
No, I'm
suggesting?
being facetious.
Oh,
This is you remind me of very
The
much
fact
of
that
a
Dylan really
corner.
like, oh, yeah.
You remind me very much of a corner of the Star Wars community that tries to justify Anakin just killing young.
Oh,
No, I-
yeah,
just
yeah.
murder.
No, I can
And you're
never
like,
justify
well, you
that.
know, he had to try to save his wife. It's like,
No.
That's what you're doing.
All right, that's sad to hear because I can never justify
You're
that.
justifying the attempted child murder.
But again, we don't-
Anakin didn't attempt.
He was very accurate, I think. I think he intentionally threw the meteor away from the ship. I really do.
Well, I muted this. Sorry. Hold on.
But we don't know for sure. The big thing is we don't know why. We also don't know
inside.
because I'm not a scientist. I'm sure you could probably tell that.
We know that.
I'm not a scientist. What would actually have happened if that meteor hit the ship?
Do you really want to go into math?
No.
You want to go into math?
Because you
Really?
ship that they might have had like a shield or something. They may have. We don't know.
There
I will
wasn't a
say-
shield because it went up into the hyperspace and burnt up. Both of the robots burnt up.
You're right.
So that means that they would have been sucked into the cold, dark vacuum of space and instantly imploded.
If it hit, yes. If it hit, yes. And
Wh- wh-
thank God. It
why
didn't
is
hit.
it
Yeah,
if?
thank God it didn't
Thank
hit.
God it
Well,
didn't
'cause
hit.
Dylan's going to bring on a theory about how there was no intent to actually hit them. He was throwing it high and inside to send a message like
I'm
a
just-
pitcher in baseball.
I'm just saying we don't actually know the reason. And until we know the reason, I think Good Guy Otis is a plausible thing.
All you need to look at is the chat saying to mute your mic, and I think we can move on.
The chat often asks for me to mute my
You know what
mic.
you should do? You should look over there real quick.
Chat
and
was
then you
asking me
can
to
do
mute
that.
my mic when I said in
That's true.
episode 7 that Otis was going to be in this show. I was the only person here that said from the very beginning
you are.
that Otis was going to be involved
I mean,
in this
people
show.
ask.
I don't think I
When's the
disagree.
surgery again?
They really were asking that. It's a little
So
concerning.
listen.
I'll be your mouthpiece.
Thank you. I'll feed you stuff to say before the streams. No, but like
Oh, you're right, that was
I
way behind.
maybe not necessarily Good Guy Otis, but I think that there is more credence that maybe what Otis is doing in this show is not necessarily as evil and malicious as we initially thought 3 weeks ago, because we thought he created the Valgyrians just because he wanted to see them fight, and that's all they were. He was so cold and callous to Yugioh, and we just learned it was Kuaidul.
Yep.
Kuaidul said that.
He still made this creation.
yeah,
He did make the creation,
and
but
abandoned them.
well, maybe he just let them be like do their own thing, like civilization. We don't know if he started the war. I'm just
that's
saying.
A whole, I mean, if you want to get into the ethics and philosophy of that, we can.
Okay, I'm not
Before
going
we
to.
do that, let's go to the link.
Okay. All
Thanks, Dredge.
I'm saying.
I tried before too.
And before we go to there, I
like-
just
I
want
like
to
that
finish
name.
my thought.
Finish your thought. Yeah.
All I'm saying is you have to admit, because of what these last 2 episodes have done, a little bit of the heat is off of Otis.
Possibly.
I just explained
Possibly.
to you in my view of
Possibly.
And if you're
that
right,
he's-
then
he dropped it in there.
if that's what happened,
Why
then
else would he talk
Possibly.
constantly about Rush?
if that's what happened, I'll say it right now. Bad Guy Otis.
okay.
Dill,
Okay.
Dill, I
that's
just want to let you know
easy.
something.
Yes.
Before you
So
read
normal
that,
Otis.
Yes, I'd love to.
even if he had nothing to do with what Kuaidul's doing, as shown in Sevens when he threw that meteor that you say he was throwing high and
He's not a
inside,
good guy.
he still can't be a good guy.
No, but
Are
he
you
could
the
be
end
morally
justify
gray.
the means kind of guy.
Morally great.
He could be morally gray.
Read the donations.
He's a big reason Rush Duels exist, and he's the only reason Otis and Yugioh exist, the characters we love. That's all I'm going to say. Yugioh approved Chad
I
He.
don't know what to say.
Thank you
None
for
of
the
those to
$100 donation. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yugioh approved Chad He. That was, of course,
He
a
did.
scene that we saw at the end of episode 76.
He did.
I'm assuming that's Chapel of Flapple, but last time I thought it was Chapel of Flapple. It was not. So
don't know.
I have
Can't
no
assume.
idea who that is.
You know what happens when you assume, Dill?
Someone said to change the topic. Also, I guess this is a very late birthday gift. Thank you so much.
That's
All
very
right,
sweet.
big donation like that. I guess we will change the topic. But I mean, I won't advocate for Otis being, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think that
a
the chat
secret.
likes your topic.
That's fine. Yugioh approves chat. He does not like my topic. Thank you, though, so much for the very large donation. I greatly
Chapel said this
appreciate
time.
it.
Chapel said it was him.
Chapel, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Chapel. And
I love the names. That he
Yeah, they're
constantly
great.
changes.
great. And no, they're
Great.
My
hilarious.
favorite still of all time is Yugioh's credit card.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yuo's
is-
credit card.
the best one.
Rovian space poem is a good one. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. Listen, I will. I'll move on from this, but I mean, what are the lasting implications here? That everything has been moved on to Kuaidul. Theories. Pete gave a theory, Nick T, before you came. I'll summarize it
Yeah,
real
summarize
quick.
this for me.
Just that by the creator saying something about rush duels, he put that kind of idea in Kuaidul's mind, knowing that Kuaidul would become obsessed with it, and then just kind of went back and wanted
Kind of
to
like
see
an Inception type.
see
deal,
how
right?
it would
Yeah,
all
yeah.
play out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fairly plausible.
So you think Otis and I can definitely see this being the case, is manipulating Kuaidul.
Definitely.
Okay.
I mean, I would argue that he manipulated a lot of people in Seven similarly. Like he put all the things in play. He set the dominoes up in
He did.
Sevens and
He did.
let him go. I would argue in a similar way, just by similar to how he influenced Yugioh, throwing the card out and so on and so forth. He implanted the idea of rush duels into Kuaidul.
Yeah, I think it's a light manipulation. He dropped it in there, dropped it a little drop in the bucket, and he was like, "Well, let's just see where this goes. Let's see what happens."
I like that.
That's it. I mean, he's
Well,
got nothing but time.
Yeah, we also
Yeah.
can't make it like they only had a short amount of time together. I mean, they made an entire race together, so
Hundreds.
Yeah.
of
probably
years,
could have heard a lot.
Yeah.
Like, there's time to manipulate there.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
there's also briefly, I'll just say, there's got to be something going on here with the creator with Otis. Like, at first we thought this man was just a person. Like, this man's been alive forever. He's got all this technological knowledge and innovation. He's literally creating basically autonomous beings and whole civilizations.
Yeah.
Like, how did this? There has to be a little bit of an explanation of
Yeah, I think
this
okay.
guy that we thought worked just for Goha, he was a disgruntled employee, is God.
Yeah.
Like-
No, you're absolutely right. I think he's got to be tied to Yugioh very heavily. Either Yugioh created him as an invention and he just went off the rails, or he is like some version of Yugioh from like some weird timeline.
So he's like a Vision / Ultron.
It could be that because Yugioh did make what appeared to be the Otis thing.
Right. He
when
called it
so
Otis.
Is
You
he just an AI being? Like, is that what he is?
Right,
Like,
and
he's
you-
an
But
android?
does he end up transcending?
I don't know.
And you don't name things like, listen, Yugioh's a smart dude. I'm sorry. You don't name things and creations of yours after your sworn enemy. I'm not out here making some sort of patent for unlimited cotton candy and naming it Dela Cruz. You know,
Damn it.
we're not.
I thought
I'm
for
not
a
doing
second
that.
You got away from it and then went right back in.
I'm not doing that. So Yugioh is not gonna obsess over Otis in this sort of way.
Unless he's
There-
really bad with acronyms. Like, he just made it
I
and
think
he didn't realize
there-
it spelled
there's a
Otis.
deeper tie to Otis there.
Sure.
And that brings us to a segment that I like to call buy, sell, hold.
Oh!
DJ, on the board, there should be a buy, sell, hold button. If you could play that for me.
I'd love to if it worked.
Nothing's happening?
Ouch.
Is it it's frozen.
Ooh.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna fix that stream
No,
deck.
'cause
Nick
we
T,
need this.
you fix it.
What?
I mean, no, Nick T, you talk about Yuhi.
I want you to buy.
sorry.
I thought Yuhi was great. Honestly, Chatty, right? I mean, we got a couple minutes of him, and the way they ended this episode, I'm like, dude,
Man's goated.
yeah,
Absolutely
right there.
goated.
That handoff, I haven't been this excited about this era in a while. Actually, when Yuhi's like, I'll do it. I was hyped, dude.
Just chills in that moment.
Yeah, I was hyped.
I love too that Yugioh has that little moment where he's like, Odo? He's like, this guy? And then
like,
just
oh, yeah.
the look he saw on Yuhi's face, he's like, oh, he's ready.
He's ready.
Like,
dude.
he's
This is
ready.
the moment he's been building towards this entire arc, and
Yeah.
we're ready to see it. Dude.
I cannot.
He's gonna let it rip.
Oh, he's out there to avenge his sister.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's out here to avenge his friends. And there's a moment that I don't know if we want to talk about that last moment between him and Yugioh, or you want to save that for
Yeah,
later.
we can talk about it.
In the back of
You
the
wanna talk about
mind.
it now?
Yeah, talk about it. Talk about it.
I think another little thing I took from this episode, and I feel like this one's a lot more clear in my mind than possibly the creator doing some Inception on Kuaidul.
Yep.
I think in that moment, he tells Yugioh, and he goes like, "Listen, like you lose control of your consciousness, right? Like he's telling Yugioh to his face of like this keeps happening to you in the middle of this duel."
Yeah.
And I think he looks behind his eye and he sees a little bit of
flicker of the
that
green,
green
yeah.
right there, that darkness, maybe Earth Damar-like
Yeah.
substance, right? Which is, we presume, is Kuaidul watching from behind his eyes. He's
Right.
there
Yep.
the whole time, right? It's a very Green Goblin kind of thing.
And even says that he could turn it on, like really turn it on at any given moment.
Yeah, and I think in that moment, you said at the beginning that there was some cowardice maybe from Yugioh with switching out Yugioh, that he's not aware of what's going on. I think by the time he faces him and that moment where they talked about it, and then given the circumstances of what's going on, I think Yugioh is giving him the permission. He's giving him the okay of like, I need you to beat me. I can't control this.
Right.
He's in more control than I'm even allowed to say in this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of
That'd be super cool.
That
Very much
confirmation
agree.
there is him being like this is the moment. Like I need you to do
He's
this.
putting faith in you.
and
to beat him.
that's how I took that
I
scene.
very
Like
much
that
agree.
kind of the nod that they had to each other.
Yeah.
It's like, please help me.
I like that.
You need to help
That's a
me
good theory.
here.
I like that.
That would be
I can't
super
say
cool.
it, but
Yeah.
you know. And you
Yeah.
know.
Because
he's
Kuaidul
smart.
literally is not going to let him say those
No, of
kind of
course
things.
not, yeah.
Right? Like the whole time, it's just like, I'm in control. I'm in control. It's like he wants the people around him to believe that. Like that Yugioh is still there. I don't think there's much of him actually really there.
Yeah.
I think
No.
he's more of a passenger. Like he's there in the sense that like he's watching all these bad things happen, but he actually can't do anything about it.
Yeah, no, I think you could definitely be right. And that would
That's how
be
I took
that
it.
would be a chilling way to end. And I mean, do we all believe that Yuhi is going to win?
Yes.
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 This is Chatty's
Yeah.
moment.
He has.
His
Yeah.
moment.
What a big win. I
He found his
said,
moment.
I thought about it. This is going to be the first time at the end of an arc or like a villain fight that the main protagonist does not win or is not involved on the winning team, I should say, since Arc 5, since the end of Arc 5. It's been a
Those Arc
long
days.
time. It was literally those Arc duel, yeah. It does not happen.
3 of those characters never came back.
Correct. Is it up now, Deej?
That's a great name.
Okay.
There we
Had
go.
to update the stream deck, so we are going to get into it. Let's go, baby. Buy, sell, hold. DJ, hit it. And chat, you can play along at home. It's time for Buy, Sell, Hold, where we listen to your cracked out Yu-Gi-Oh theories and we tell you to buy. I want you to buy. Sell.
Sell.
Or hold. Hold, please.
That was
All right.
another one.
Pray to God. All right. Buy, sell, hold. If you believe it, you buy it. If you kind of believe it, you hold it. If you don't believe it at all, you think it's crazy, you sell it off.
Okie dokie.
Buy, sell, hold. It's simple. Otis is Yugioh. Buy, sell, hold.
Where are we starting?
We'll start at the end. With the
I'm
menu.
holding on this one, baby.
Okay.
I've been
Hold,
predicting
please.
this from the beginning of Sevens. Of course I got to hold this theory. I'm holding.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta hold. I can't. I don't think I can go in either direction. I
please.
gotta hold it. Not sure, but it could go either way. So I'm gonna hold here, and I think it's not the time to sell or buy yet. So I gotta hold on to it a little longer.
God, hit the button when we hit say the thing.
He is.
He is. Yeah, you, just,
Yeah.
you don't have your headset on.
If you had your headphones,
I should have been able to hear.
Homie
bro.
doesn't have
Wow.
his headphones.
You got
on,
him.
dude.
What?
Homie doesn't have his headphones.
He is.
That's weird. Okay.
Maybe, yeah. It's usually he misses the cues.
No,
that's why-
Whoa. Oh, you are so.
Controversy.
Nick T, do you buy, sell, hold? Otis is Yugioh.
I'm holding, but I'm shopping around. I'm leaning sell, but I'm buy. Excuse me, but I'm holding.
Okay, I like that. Cal, buy, sell, hold.
Hold on. Once Donnie from Wild Thornberries is done.
I didn't let you speak.
That's all. it is.
See, he does this instead of actually hits the cues.
As much as I want to be different
Gonna
here,
get good.
I'm also gonna hold. I'm kind of on the fence right now.
Don't worry, Dill
But-
knows what he's doing.
But in
so it's
addition,
okay.
in addition to what Nick T said, I'm kind of leaning buy with my only opposing theory being that there is some other connection with Yugioh in terms of him being his creation or something like that.
That's fair. DJ, you can hit that buy button. I am 100% buying this.
Wow.
I'm buying
How
your
about
theory from
that?
7's
I love
episode
that.
1.
Wow.
I think they are
Somebody get that
somehow
money gun out.
the same person. Somehow from like maybe Otis is Yugioh from like another altered timeline. I mean, let's be honest. Timelines and time traveling is not new. And so the relic being there in 7's time, who's not to say that Yugioh from 50 years from now became Otis and was able to travel back to that time period? Who's not to say? I mean, time travel is such a key element of this relic, of this character, of these shows. And I think it would make so much sense, man. Yugioh, Otis, I buy it, man. I buy it. All right, Pete, Kuaidul is going to be the main and final villain of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush.
Sell. I think it's
Sell.
I think it still comes back to the creator. He'll have a big part in this, but with given, let's say, 25 episodes approximately to do, I think the creator is literally Otis. You had him from the last show. You can't just pretend he's not part of the show anymore. He's got to come back.
Fair enough, Dredge.
I'm selling. I'd be extremely disappointed if
Sell.
he wasn't. Because just that lead up to it, like Kuaidul right now, like, and again, I'm sticking to Pete's theory on that, where like it's Inception. He put the theory in his head, like, oh, like a final rush was like. It just seemed like something that, with the sly and manipulative style Otis is, from 7's and what we know of him in Go Rush. I feel slight if Kuaidul was a final villain. That doesn't mean I don't want Kuaidul to be a villain for another arc or so, but I don't think Kuaidul should be from this point and be the final villain all the way through for the next 40 episodes.
We still do have about 25 episodes.
Only 25? What,
Wow.
90 something?
Yeah, 102. You
Wow.
102. 25 to 102. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think Kuaidul selling.
We probably
is
have
a
2 more
final
arcs after this. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Nick T, you buy or sell or
I'm
hold?
selling it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sell.
For basically every reason the other two just listed. They pretty much
we pretty much
hit all the points. It's got to be Otis at this point. I think we've built it up this much, especially if we're end up buying the Otis Yugioh theory. I feel like it just comes in this full circle thing where he is some kind of twisted version of Yugioh that has to be defeated.
Yeah.
I know you want, or we're hoping for one of us to jump on the
I'm
guy Otis bandwagon here, but I'm also gonna sell.
Sell.
Don't worry, Dylan's going to hold it just to be in the middle.
I think Otis is
Dylan's
going to be
holding,
the final villain,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna sell Kuaidul being the main.
All right, Dylan. what are you
No, I'm
doing?
selling as well. I'm selling.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
I thought one of you guys would bite on that. That is something that I've seen in
We're not that
discussions.
dumb.
Well, no, I've seen there are a lot of people, not a lot of people, but there are people who do think that he might be the final boss of the show. And I mean, if you think about it, we are only 25 episodes away. So, they just introduced this guy. I do get the thought of him being around. And if you don't believe Otis or the creator is going to be that final villain, I can see the argument for this guy who caused everything, who wrote the entire show basically to be that final threat. I'm in disagreement with some of you guys. I do actually think that it could work. I don't think that it would be like, really disappointing.
It'd be tough.
But it would be tough. You'd have to stretch it out. So I think it could work. It'd be tricky.
I'm also a thing I've been thinking about that I'm a little confused about.
Yeah.
Right. He's writing this whole show.
Yep.
Kuaidul's a writer. How is he writing? There's a whole strike going on. I don't understand how he's
I see what
part
you
of
did there.
this.
well,
what's going on
the
here?
strike is on Earth. That's why I'm
Oh, so
Oh.
it doesn't. So
It's
do you
not
think he
inter-
had questions
I think
about that when he came to Earth?
This
No, I don't
this
think he was
I
interested.
think this is not considered struck work, so we're good.
Or he's just not part of the union. He's one of those guys.
Oh.
That's not good.
That is not good. All right, next
He's a
one.
scab.
We got 2 more for you guys. Buy, sell, hold. Udius versus Yugioh will not happen. Buy, sell, hold.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Udius versus Yugioh.
I think you
Protag
guys should
versus
start
Protag.
with Cal.
will
or something.
not
Me and Peter
happen.
started twice.
As much as I think we would all love for it to happen, Udius versus Yugioh will not happen.
Will not happen.
I can start if you want.
You can start.
I'm gonna hold.
Okay.
And my reason for holding is because if Yugioh's Otis, it will happen.
Okay.
Wait, is that?
No, I'm talking about Yugioh in not in
I was
his
gonna say,
actual
that's-
form.
yeah.
Get this
All right.
guy out of
No,
here.
that honestly
found a loophole.
valid
He
question.
found a
That's the loophole,
That was
baby.
good. No,
Found a loophole.
Thank you. No, if in that actual case, I am going to actually buy this, and I don't think that they're going to.
You do not think they will duel. Okay, Nick T, buy, sell, hold.
I'm gonna buy it as well. I do not think it's gonna happen. I could just see this. I could see Yugioh, unfortunately, maybe losing especially if Otis is
you
Yugioh
for
losing
the
to
dono.
the other Otis, and it's gonna take Yugioh to defeat him. But I don't think we're gonna get a true Yugioh duel.
Okay, fair enough. Dredger.
I'm gonna hold.
Okay.
I think there's a possibility. I'm just trying
please.
to play it in my mind right now how we can have Yugioh versus you. I don't think it's impossible. Do I think it's super likely? No, but I don't think I have enough information to make a buy or sell decision right now.
Okay.
I know there's only 27 episodes left. But I think Yugioh. If Yugioh didn't come back, then that'd be the shocking thing. If I don't see Yugioh the rest of the show, I'd be pretty shocked.
Well, we'll see him.
Yeah,
That's my
that'd
point.
be
So
crazy.
just having that there, and then two pro tags, it has something that has not been done, other than that other than in one other show that I can think of, where the pro tag 2 separate shows versus each other. I think it'd be something that'd be cool for them and owed back to Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So I think that'd be cool.
Okay, so you're holding.
I'm holding
Pete,
it. I'm in the middle.
Buy,
Yeah.
sell, hold. Yugioh versus Udius will not happen.
I'm also going to hold here. I could see both
Hold,
scenarios
please.
working out in terms of. Remember, Bridge doesn't really do ceremonial
Yeah, that's why I
duels of
said
any kind. And if there was to be one, it'd probably be Yuhi Udius, and they're already doing
Exactly.
that now.
Yeah.
I could see them very much of like, how does Yuga come back into the story in the sense that we have to duel him, right? It would probably be in a friendly manner, and they don't really do that. So I could just see us shipping them off. That being said, the opportunity to have the 2 protagonists of the Bridge shows not face each other, I mean, it's so tantalizing. So I could also see it happening.
Well, I'm gonna sell. I think they're gonna duel,
Wow.
and I think it's too good of an opportunity
Yeah.
for them not to duel.
I mean, it's right there.
You never in Yu-Gi-Oh shows have it where 2 main protagonists are in the same show at the same time.
Yeah.
GX we got that.
Right.
But like in 5Ds, Zexel, Arc 5 Rain, 7s. This is the first time since GX where you had your 2 main protagonists in the same, environment together. I think it would be a huge miss if it didn't happen. I'm selling. I think this is going to be the final duel of the show, and I feel more confident on that now because we're getting Yuhi versus Udius here. So I think that does
That's my
not
other
need
side.
to be
Yeah.
the ceremonial duel.
Agreed.
So
But you think the duel happens, though, in a friendly manner, right?
Correct.
Like, it's
I think it will be under the guise of them needing to duel to somehow have enough dual energy to send
I
Yuga
could see
back
that.
home.
I could see that totally.
That sounds
That feels
Yu-Gi-Oh!
so
Like. It
Yu-Gi-Oh!
sounds
Yeah.
end of the
Yeah.
show
You know what?
happy.
That's fair.
So I think it's going to happen. But
See that.
we got 2 holds, 2 buys, and a sell.
I
so
feel like they could also. You can easily say that this isn't truly Udius versus Yuhi and still have that as a ceremonial.
you
duel
could.
as
Oh,
well.
absolutely.
Because he's falling under control of Kuaidul.
It's not his
He
own
also has faced 2 opponents before getting to Yuhi in
Right.
this duel already. So I think if they go that route, it still makes sense. Too.
It's the end of that Fast and Furious movie. I think it's 6. I think it is
that's,
where it's like. Actually, it's the end of 7. I think where it is the end of 6 where Paul and Vin Diesel. They are like, yeah, nobody here, no rules, no that, just me and you on the road, just settling it once and for all. I could see that.
Yeah.
Last one, gentlemen and chat. So
Ooh.
appreciate you guys playing along. Buy, sell, hold. Otis, the creator, will actually get at least 1 duel victory
On screen?
on screen.
Okay. Just
Buy.
He's
winning.
You better
All right.
pray.
He's winning.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely buy.
He's going to be Yuga.
Yeah. Exactly. I think if that ties into what I had said earlier, I think he's gonna beat Yuga, and that'll be his on screen.
He's going to bully that man one last
I don't think we're going to get buys down the row here, but we'll see. Dredge.
I'm gonna hold.
Yeah,
It's just such a
I
question.
can't blame him.
No,
I
you
can't.
can't.
doesn't want it
Even though he is the creator and he has all power and stuff,
He's God.
It's Otis.
It's 0-9
It's
Otis.
0-9. It's 0-9 Shinga. I don't know what to tell you. I
had
can't.
He had 10,000 years
No, but he
to
was
get.
throwing
And he's
duels.
and he's still trash.
He
That's
was
the problem.
throwing duels
right?
the
It's
whole
like-
time.
You
I
could
mean-
argue that.
Oh, I just want to see your answer. That's the only thing I need to know.
Oh, you know it.
Pete, buy, sell, or hold.
I'm selling, man.
Wow, complete. Not even.
I do not see this man getting a win. I'm not even sure entirely that he'll end up dueling.
Oh,
but if
God.
he does, I could see it very much being a Zark kind of thing of everybody against him. And that's
That'd
our
be cool.
justification for how we beat him, and he still hasn't won. So until he proves to me otherwise, for an on-screen duel, No.
So
respect that.
this
Yeah,
might
Dill, come on.
surprise some of you
Let's
guys.
go.
I was very hard stanced on the first three. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna take the safe route here. And I'll tell you why I'm gonna hold.
Coward.
If he ends up being the main villain, it's a bye for me because I think he will get a win. I'm not convinced he is going to be a threat in this show anymore. I'm really not convinced that anymore.
So you're more convinced Kuaidul is your villain, or there's another villain?
I'm more convinced there might be some other antagonist.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And like, does that mean in your mind preliminarily is like Otis in Yu-Gi-Oh 9? Because otherwise, we're just that's it with this character.
Well, I think there's a chance.
Okay.
I think there's a chance Yu-Gi-Oh!
This
9.
man's gonna go
Gonna
through
love that.
3 shows.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna lose it.
I think there's a chance.
Oh God.
You want there to be a chance.
Yes, he
I'm not
does.
gonna lie, because for this podcast,
For the
and
content.
for myself,
And the
you
content.
still won't
For the
dress like him
content.
for Halloween.
You really should.
I would not be upset if Otis's story ends on another cliffhanger.
My God,
You're
dude.
sick.
Dill, I was with you for a while, man. Now you're
I-
just off the rails.
Listen,
I don't know what to say.
I was with you until there because I could see them
Yikes.
making this, giving Otis being the continuity across the trilogy
Right? Yeah.
without
exactly.
it being another cliffhanger.
It doesn't need to
though.
be a
I think he
cliffhanger.
could
No,
be,
I'm
for all
joking
intents and
about that.
purposes, be defeated, get fleshed out and defeated, and then still come back, and like we really actually have to kill God or something. You know?
At some point, the CTs has to stop.
Like, yeah, you know, like he's like,
Yeah.
oh, before it was technology. Now I've actually transcended that and am God. you know?
I want in the dub. I want you to voice him, Nick.
I would want to do
So
that. I
bad.
would love that.
Well, you have that great image of you on the.
yeah,
on the.
yeah.
You still haven't shared that
I
picture
think
yet.
Oh no, you did send it to me.
I
I'll
emailed
pull
it
that
to
up.
Yeah, you gotta pull that up.
Otis's true identity.
There's
Remember,
yeah,
I
good.
captured it
We-
live in space.
and let me also say this, and this is just food for thought for you guys watching, listening at home, and to the 4 men to my left and the 1 man across from me. We do not actually know what Otis looks like under the mask.
No, we don't.
He could be insanely ugly.
He could be very
He
attractive.
also could be really attractive.
I'm looking at you a little different.
I'm leaning towards my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
What you want?
I think he's
You
probably a
you want him
good-looking
to
guy.
be just
Well, yeah, I
stunning.
I think yeah. What if he takes off? Now this is gonna be crazy. What if he actually? I'm not gonna say it. No,
No,
I'm not
why don't
gonna
you say it? You have
Say
to
it.
finish it. What if he
say
has like
it.
flowing locks?
No,
just
no,
pop
because I
out?
was gonna relate it to another show, but I know there were spoilers out there. I don't want to
Yeah, don't do
incite
that.
anything.
Yeah, that's different.
But listen, we don't know what he looks like, and I think that's very.
Oh.
So
exciting.
is this the is
Now
this
I
the
got it.
classic though? Handsome Squidward. Oh no, he's hot.
it could be.
Is that what we're gonna be
It
worried
could-
about?
I'll tell you something. And we saw this with Revolver and Vrains when he unmasked, Ryoken Kagami.
You're like, well, damn.
We saw it with Revolver. We saw it with I. I will tell you.
Oh, hey, remember that tweet with
I remember that tweet.
Never forget.
If you didn't find I attractive back then,
That
you have
wasn't
no right.
exactly
That
how
was-
it was
yeah.
worded.
That was a little
That's the
more
PG version.
rated R.
Yeah.
But let me also say this. Let me say this.
No.
If Otis takes off the mask, he's a good-looking guy. I think a lot of our opinions on him may change.
That's a fair point.
I think you're totally
I've
correct.
seen
So
it. Yeah.
So
wait,
correct.
hold on,
Incorrect.
hold on.
Wrong.
So because
No.
he's good looking, he could get away with all the things.
You're wrong.
No, but
Wrong.
I think
Historically,
Historically,
that would be true.
I think
Ask
Twitter-
Caliber.
from
I-
experience,
Yeah.
I can.
Look
compare.
at how girls try to justify Ted Bundy.
okay.
I'm not even joking.
Okay.
That's
Honestly,
he's not wrong.
Honestly,
No.
not wrong.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a little far, but you're also
Is
not
it?
wrong. No, it's a little far.
Nixie, when did you send me this photo?
I don't just look up my
About
name,
a week
bro.
ago. Week
Yeah,
ago.
literally a week ago on the money.
Was it on Gmail?
Bro, why don't you
Yeah.
just search Nick T's name? You're incensed,
I
not
mean,
inbox.
fans do simp over hot
Look-
villains.
what's
That's true.
wrong with this?
Oh no,
man,
that's
dude?
true.
it's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Just look up my name.
I might be one of
This
them.
is his
No.
email. It's-
Which one? Gato?
What?
Dude, let me tell you.
It's my name, dog.
Let me tell you.
let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you. Hella in
oh, hella?
in Thor
Oh,
Ragnarok?
man.
was simping.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
simping.
That was
Yeah, that came out
Who?
too good.
hella.
Hella?
In Thor Ragnarok.
Oh,
Thor
yeah,
Ragnarok.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, Kate
My
Blanchett.
goodness.
Get outta here.
That was good.
He's right.
I'm personally more of a fan of the Hulk. He's more
Wait,
my,
which one?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like
She
Bruce
or
Banner?
he?
Yeah.
Excuse
No,
me, miss.
I
No.
like
saw
the
you from
green
across
skin.
I thought we were talking about
Gamora?
villains, though.
Ooh.
That's
what
true.
we're
We're talking
talking
about
I thought we were
villains.
talking about simping.
No, just
Oh,
villains.
okay.
Villains you simp for.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, this is awkward.
Right.
Oh my! What is this?
You could argue one.
Bro,
doesn't
I
matter.
This is
remember you
such a
guys did this.
beautiful
Look at the
picture.
relic, guys. This is
It's
great.
pretty well done, though.
That is
very well
photo
done.
by yours truly
So
right
we-
there.
Yeah,
He thought it up. I executed it. We're quite the team.
Great job, Nick.
I was in the background being, what are they doing right now? I'm
Fantastic
so
work.
confused.
I mean,
Honestly.
now Dill, I want you to create a theory here. Was Nick T there?
Was Nick T involved in the
Was
creation
he
of
involved in
rituals?
all of this happening?
I really have to like walk
Is
this
Nick
back a
T.
little bit.
Valkyrie?
We're gonna get Nick T sitting down in the chair. We're gonna put him in front of
I
Rush
think we
Duel's
got
duel
it.
links, and we're gonna test it.
I think we
Oh
got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, easy.
And if he loses every duel, we know he's Otis.
That's right.
That's a good point.
You're right.
Or Yugioh. Or both.
Oh
all right. Hey, I want to tech on this guy.
no, you know what? I think you've just forgotten about Pac-Man.
I understand Pac-Man.
Never
I'm in
forget.
agreement with the theory.
You know,
I've tried to forget Pac-Man.
I've
Pac-Man,
learned.
I
Yeah,
can't.
I've learned. Not a lot of people are not big fans of the Pac-Man theory with that.
I love it.
I think it's great.
No, I think it's a great theory as well, but I've
okay,
learned
yeah,
that not a lot of
that's-
people find it
with that
very.
one.
I think it's once you reach like
That's
the
all right. I
maybe
think I have-
30th,
can I-
40th
is there
time
just
talking
that?
about it.
so that's what it is.
I
It's
just
the frequency.
Well, Dill,
Okay.
Dill, do you think that the guy who invented basketball is as good at basketball as Michael Jordan was?
No, John
Probably.
Basketball. No, John Basketball.
Shut up.
He struggled on his 3-pointer.
Yeah, the three-pointer didn't exist when he created the game.
That's actually true. It
True.
didn't.
And also, the guy that created baseball supposedly stole it from someone and then made it his own.
Right,
for
from the
him.
guy who invented
Bobby
it,
Brickett.
doubled it, and
Yeah,
changed it.
supposedly it wasn't really him.
Yeah.
He kind of just took it and improved upon it, but he kind of just stole it.
No,
Anything you
Lace's
can do,
Baseball
I can
was
do
the
better.
man who
I'd
actually
be
created the
happy.
game, and Abner Double Duel stole it from him. Yeah, Pete's right. Lace's Baseball. No, that was because that was the man who created it. Lace's.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
dude. Oh man,
The guy who invented basketball is a doctor, by the way.
Yes, he
that
was.
makes sense.
His name is Dr. James Naismith.
Yeah, Naismith.
It's always weird.
It's the
names.
basketball's the Naismith Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Ready to read some
Donuts?
super
Let's read
chats?
some
It's
super
like
chats, yeah.
also when Gutenberg, when he made the printing press, he didn't really invent it. He just improved.
He
upon
also couldn't read or write.
it. Yeah, he just improved
What?
upon the
Is that-
invention.
No.
Yeah.
No, he had to make the letters.
No. Yeah, you can make the letters.
I guess
DJ
you-
was there, and I believe
Yeah, I was there.
He
when
was
he
there
invented-
when
no,
that
no, I don't know if I buy that.
I'm almost
No, there's
positive.
no way. There's
He
no
might have been
shot,
there.
dude.
Into the Vrains. Thank you for being a channel member for 5 months. Hashtag blame lightning. Hashtag blame Kuaidul. Sorry.
That's
Yeah,
one
it is.
that I would read.
Yeah, Natalie, thank you. We got to start blaming Kuaidul. We actually do. Crystal Colden, thank you for the 888 donation. Appreciate you, Crystal. Wow, what a fascinating episode. Great job rewriting the show before I could upload my rewrite. In all fairness, I've never felt more proud of Yugi in this arc. Without any hesitation, he agrees to take the duel, and with Phaser's deck, Chad, he is here. Let's talk about that element as well, because we haven't really talked about it. Yugioh and Phaser worked together to construct this deck prior to them approaching Otis in this matter. We see this because Yugioh uses a fusion monster that combines Phaser and Yugioh's monsters and uses an equip that also symbolizes the two. Purple sword, blue sword, the coloring of them. I
They
thought
might
that
be
was...
best friends now.
Maybe they are BFFs. I thought that we're going to see him at Cold Stone after this. I thought that was...
You want a Cold Stone?
Fa-
Dude,
no,
would
they
be-
are.
They also
Oh.
are gigantic. So that'd be a little.
yeah.
Could you
intimidating.
imagine... No, honestly, Yugioh takes Mitsuko out on a date for some ice cream.
They're not only hot, they're an intimidating couple.
I
They're
mean,
very
no,
intense.
That's
no.
the definition of power.
I wasn't even looking at it from that
She
perspective.
can't
Oh,
get
I
in the
will.
doors. Ever going?
What? No. How much ice cream would
Oh,
Mitsuko need to
okay.
consume to feel satisfied?
So you know
because
the-
she's taller.
So you go to
she's
Maybe
gotta
she's
eat more.
lactose intolerant.
Could be.
Let's just assume under this hypothetical she's not.
You go to Carvel, right?
Yeah.
You know how they have all of the hard ice cream in the cooler?
Yeah.
The entire cooler.
Okay, wait. I got it.
I was thought you were gonna say one of the. bucket
No,
things.
no, all the buckets.
How many
Okay.
flying ice cream saucers from Carvel could Mitsuko eat? in a
At
second?
least
lot.
2 cases.
Yugioh could eat a lot too. He could put away
No,
a lot.
Yugioh probably could as well.
I think that's also he'd be living my dream, right?
Yeah.
You just have a big, strong woman like that. He could just get
He's not
carried
interested.
around.
Hey, dude.
Just get a mommy up in there.
He's not interested, but I tell you
It's a
who,
muscle mom.
who will take good care of
Someone who
Mitsuko.
can reach those heights.
A man who will debut in
Hey,
episode 91, Spring Healed Jack.
You
Let's
gotta
freaking
go.
go, man.
You gotta go.
But Crystal, great point on the Mitsuko ice cream
you,
stuff.
you gotta go.
Limestone, thank you for the $2 donation. Dredger wasn't here for this question, But what would his dramatic entrance be? What would your dramatic entrance be?
Like to what? To the
We had
podcast or like to
a
life?
party.
We kind of had like a wrestling.
Yeah, we said it kind of like a
To
WWE
a party?
theme.
Oh yeah, big WWE theme. I'd probably like the Triple H come out to like Triple H's theme and then have the dry ice hit me and it actually starts burning me and I
That's
walk
what happened
in,
to him, yeah.
And you see the burns me and I'm just looking at you with that death stare.
Why don't you do the Triple H
one?
intro where
The fountain goes-
Stephanie McMahon is riding on his back and
No.
he's riding on the motorcycle, but it's you and Nicole on the motorcycle down to the
Because
rail.
honestly, I woun't want to ride a motorcycle. I just not.
What if
not on my
Nicole
list.
rides the motorcycle?
That'd be
Right, in
interesting.
that
Like she
situation,
drives
and I
there you go.
stand on it.
Yeah, and you stand. Actually, that may no. I think he
Like
would.
like the Finn Balor,
No.
Finn Balor. Like
I
Yeah.
can see it. I
Yeah.
like that.
Nicole
actually
could
be cool.
probably ride a motorcycle, right?
probably, yeah.
Honestly, if
In that
anyone
situation,
could do
that's
it,
your
probably
Mitsuko.
her.
Yeah.
sure, I'd be Mitsuko.
There you go.
Hey,
you go.
there we go.
Lorena, thank you for the $2 donation. My mom just lost the remote to the TV, and I found it by checking around the cushions. It was right there between the cushions, and it was found within minutes of searching.
That's
Yeah,
how
I
it
mean, when
goes.
you lose the TV remote, cushions is the first
It is,
place I
Yeah,
it's
you
always
gotta-
somehow down there.
Always
Yeah.
and I don't know how.
I don't know how it
Yeah.
got there. It wasn't there in the first place.
And
but-
honestly,
honestly,
it gets
that's-
underneath the cushions. You're like, how?
That's
Yeah.
a good amount of time though, because sometimes it takes like 20 minutes to find.
You
the
also,
remote.
it's the worst when you take a nap on the couch and your phone disappears.
Oh, it's gone forever.
Somehow goes into the couch cushion.
Yeah.
No idea how. It was on my chest. I fell asleep. I didn't move, but it's under me.
It was plugged into the
How?
charger. The charger's not even in the wall anymore.
idea.
Yeah, it's just-
Another thing that's really annoying when you take a nap on the couch is you wake up and you realize you're sleep paralyzed and you see the Slender Man in the corner. And you just-
Hey, I used to suffer from sleep
me
paralysis.
too, Pete. But it wasn't on my couch. It was always in my room.
and I never experienced
It's
it.
not
I don't
fun.
believe, yeah.
It's
It's
terrible.
actually, it's actually kind of terrifying.
In your dream, it's the irony is it's Otis just coming towards you.
I only remember.
And he wakes up and he
I only
daps them
remember
up.
3 dreams in the last year and a
There
half
we
or
go.
2 years. They all have to do with rabies. I've told you
raccoons,
that.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they all
Yeah,
have
you
to
have
do
a
with rabies.
significant fear.
I guess I do
You do.
subliminally. Yeah.
It's subconsciously in there.
Yeah. Well, it's a horrible thing to succumb to.
I mean, yeah, but it's also super.
It's
rare.
curable.
I know. It is curable.
It's
yeah.
cured.
It
There's a
is
cure.
I
Unless
live in
you
the
just
21st
refuse
century.
Mike,
medical
Mike's got
attention.
fun run for the cure.
No, there is a cure. Judge is right
yeah,
about
we,
that.
we did a walk for it.
Sweet Joe, I don't remember that.
The fun run for the cure.
Sweet Joe approved Chad Heat. Thank you for the $2 donation. UDS literally was like, Sweet Joe, this ain't your battle. I will politely ask you to leave. Yeah, I mean,
And he did.
basically, but I thought it was very out of character for UDS because he even says at the beginning of that duel, I always look forward to our battles, Sweet
It's
Joe.
not him.
But right, it's not fully him. And those moments you can kind of see the influence that Kuaidul has on him, and it's super fascinating and well done. Lorena, thank you for the $2 donation. Otis / the creator isn't necessarily good if he's pulling the puppet strings. Agreed. Kuaidul could just be doing the dirty work for the actual threat. Otis only looks good since we don't have the full story. Kuaidul is still his creation.
Yeah.
You are right,
That's all
Lorena.
right.
You're 100% right about that. But if Otis is not pulling the strings on Kuaidul and he's acting on his own accord, I think Otis is exonerated from a lot of what we've seen.
Well,
From a lot, not everything.
Some.
I can't defend the meteor.
Okay, and also if you made a killer robot that tried to take over the universe,
Who's getting blamed?
You're kind of partially responsible for
What?
doing that.
But you programmed to be good, but he just
Well,
lost his programming. and went crazy.
you're on trial.
It's you.
Like
It's you.
Like you did
You-
some
you-
bad
you-
stuff.
You're
Yes, but what if? Couldn't you also view it as a parent-child relationship? Because we don't blame the parents if the child is bad.
Yes, you do.
Well, let's say the child's 40 when he starts to go off the rails. Right? I mean, but because I think it's similar.
What if
No,
the
but isn't
parent
a child-
implants the child with negative thoughts that then manifest into bad
and it's
actions?
found out that they did that.
But what if it's found out that they tried to do everything they could to help them, and then they just couldn't
that's
do it
a
anymore?
huge assumption.
Yeah, you're
I think you
really
just-
you
Well,
are
no, no,
reaching.
but
That's
I
a
mean,
reach.
assuming.
That's
you
a reach.
tried to murder several people in one state, started a new family, and then that person then later became bad. And you're like, well, I mean, this guy's exonerated from everything.
Well, no,
you still
no.
tried to kill people in the other state and then restarted your life.
No. What if, hypothetical, I'm saying, what if Otis tried to help Kuaidul and steer him on the right path? In fact, we almost see a father-son teaching moment in the preview when Kuaidul goes to Otis and Otis turns around. I mean, I'm very excited to see what that comes.
How did you turn that into a father-son teaching
It was
moment?
not even close.
That's
All
the
he-
vibe
not
I
even
got.
close.
All he does is turn around and look at him. That's it.
It's more of a teacher-student relationship.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it looks like he's
this.
making some kind of almost humanoid shape.
Yes, he
thing.
is. He's making some weird thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, what if you walked in on your dad making some weird thing? And
If I
you're
walked
like,
in my dad painting like a portrait,
No,
I
that's
wouldn't,
different,
I wouldn't view
though.
it as weird.
No, but like this is like
No,
really,
but-
this is really
but this
out
is his
there.
creation.
This is really out
Right.
there, and you're like, Dad, what
Why'd
are
I
you,
come back again? I forgot.
what are you doing?
All right, we just don't know. I think we're all saying
No.
the same thing. No, we all basically are saying the same thing because we're all speculating.
How about this though?
Right? We all are speculating.
Joe, he's not.
We're speculating.
He's not 100% bad, but he's like 75% bad, 25%
Hey, Cal,
speculation.
Cal, now would be a great time
Yeah,
to use your
0%
at least
good.
joke.
Yeah.
Your at least joke would work great right now. He's at least 75% bad.
Well, he's at least 1% bad.
No, see,
I'd agree
that's
with
just
that.
not true.
No, I don't
How?
think that. He's definitely at least.
How's
no,
that not true?
Because it's
Judge
more
thinks he
than
might
that.
be 100%.
But it's
bad.
at least one.
I mean, I'm
Right.
sorry. Like, there's no part of me that's ever going to go, this guy's a war criminal. But he saved one person at the end of the war. I guess he's forgiven.
No, but I agree with you.
Boy,
But
do
we,
I have a really talented artist for you.
the only point I'm trying to make is we don't know if he's a war criminal. I don't know if he's.
What do you?
We don't know if he started the war.
Listen, here's my. This is all I'll say on this point, and then we're going to move
And
on.
We'll move on. I agree with you.
We're not saying anything about him starting the war. We'll deal in facts.
Okay.
We have the facts of what he did in 7.
Yeah, that's all I need to know.
Is bad enough.
He's so
that
he has
not a
sociopathic
good
tendencies.
person.
Yeah.
Even if you can forgive a lot of his actions potentially in Go Rush,
'Cause of
he's
Kuaidul.
still a horrible
Yeah.
person. That's bottom line.
He took a
is it.
meteor and attacked
He's a
children.
He
I've-
tortured Go
I
Hyuga.
Now I've gone on record and I've said I can't defend that.
But
I've
that-
gone on record.
it's a fact.
But right. We don't know all the details, but yes, it is a fact. No, it is a fact. It is a fact.
That's how we get all the details.
He
We
threw,
do know the
he
details.
threw a meteor at children.
He did a lot of other messed up stuff. A lot.
Well, I'm trying to think.
He
what
also
else?
drives a white Bronco and wrote a book about it.
I mean, this guy's got to be locked up. I'm putting him right aside Otis, man.
I'm just.
Wait, hold on. He did write a book about it.
I know.
Yeah, he wrote a book. He's trying to
So
exonerate
authors are
himself.
bad?
I mean, the
Boy,
leap
do
you
I
just
have an
took
upper
there
hand.
is ridiculous. What kind of news station am I on right now? I mean, that's crazy.
That was a.
Are you kidding me?
So authors.
Oh my God! I can't wait for October 3rd.
Oh my God, it's gonna be.
This guy out of here.
You know what? We gotta move on.
So authors are bad.
Dark Emperor J, thank you for the $2 donation. Random question: what's your worst experience with the dentist? I don't really have any bad experiences. My pet peeve with the dentist is when they got their fingers in your mouth and they're trying to have a conversation to you about your day.
Always.
And I
do
can't
that.
tell you about my
How are you
day
doing? I'm doing good. Oh,
'Cause you're-
please don't talk.
Your
Yeah.
fingers in my throat.
It's like,
I don't know
so
what
what?
to
So
tell
what
you.
school do you go to?
Oh, sorry, I don't understand. Can you speak up? No, I actually enjoyed the dentist growing
that
up
makes sense.
because the dentist
a
was
little odd.
well, my uncle was my dentist.
Oh, okay.
So
That
I
makes-
like enjoyed going to see
Oh no! Yeast.
Pause.
guys, come on.
Pause.
I would
Pause.
no. We would, my family would go to the dentist, or everyone would go the same
Right.
day, and then we'd go have dinner with my aunt, uncle, and cousins
Right.
Oh,
afterwards.
that's really nice.
Can you eat like after he was just probably
most
just
of the time.
drilling into your mouth?
Most of the time. Well,
Okay.
we wouldn't go like right away, like because he would still have work. But then like after he got off,
How many cavities did you have as a kid?
really none. I broke my jaw in first grade, so I had a lot
That
of
was
work on my jaw, and
classic
my mouth
monkey
and
bars
everything.
maneuver by old Cal.
Yeah, but
Yeah, thanks for taking those away for the rest of us.
yeah, well, you know they were dangerous.
Did they take them away after that?
Well, they took away
immediately. They
hold
were
on,
taken away.
Hold on, in my
And,
defense,
and you still blame him to this day.
oh yeah, in my defense,
100%.
it wasn't the monkey bars. They had like gymnastics bars on the side, and I was doing front flips on them. I flipped off of it, hit my mouth in the metal bar, whatever. They took away like everything after that, not just like
Didn't want a lawsuit.
Yeah, the playground was
No, but-
one swing.
They
for
could
the
have
babies,
they
and
could
that
have
was it.
taken they could have just taken away those bars, but they took away those. They took away something else, and then they ended up building a whole new playground that just wasn't as fun.
That sucks. Actually, I'm sorry to
Well,
hear
yeah, I
Yeah,
felt
they
bad
took
for
away- remember
everybody else that was younger than us because it didn't actually happen until after we left elementary school. But they still blame me for it.
You remember the big half semicircle with all
Yep.
gone.
Oh,
Gone.
yeah. Yeah, like 6 years later when we were in middle
Like
school.
that's your manhunt base.
What
Yeah,
were those
you need
things
that.
called that like they were just you spun on them, you sat on them, and your friends could just twist you around? Like what was that big metal ball? What was that specifically called?
Like a carousel, but with no speed.
right,
called?
but like whatever it
With
was
the
called.
bars and you would stand
right.
on. Oh, those are the best.
That thing, if you think about it now, would ridiculously dangerous to have for kids on the
Oh,
playground.
that was amazing.
Insane that they let that happen. You could just put your friend on it, and just everybody's sprinting.
Merry-go-round.
Yeah, I guess a merry-go-round. I guess it would be called. And they could just fly off at insane speed.
Oh, we
that was
used
the
to.
most fun thing.
That was the whole
Whoever
point.
holds on the
Super
longest.
Yeah. You would hang on, and then you would start getting spun, and then everybody would be dangling until ended up.
It was
falling
Yeah,
almost
off.
you would have
also-
like 3 people running in circles.
Yep.
Or like just standing there spinning it.
Did you guys also have always one girl in your class that for some reason wasn't paying attention, and when someone was swinging really high,
Get
they
kicked
stepped in front
right
of it and just got
always.
destroyed?
What an idiot.
And you're
Always.
like, how did you not see where you were?
Yeah.
I don't care that you're 7.
Yeah.
Like, open your eyes.
We used to actually run in between the people swinging as like a challenge, so you have from one
Yeah,
side to
that
the
I'm
other
dumb.
without
That's
getting
different.
hit.
That's not being
You're
stupid. That's
doing
just
that on
being
purpose.
idiotic.
Well, no, that's being stupid, but it's
Idiotic.
It's
It's
being
different.
knowledgeable about how
you
stupid
know
you're being.
there's a risk of danger.
Yes.
there.
Yeah, you know
I'm
that.
talking about some kid. They're just like they have
Yeah.
a dandelion. I'm like,
Looking
you.
up at the sky
What
and
what
they
are
get
we
a-
doing?
they
That's
get a
the
Adidas to the
person
face.
that you're like, you meet up with them 10 years after school, and you're like, oh, like how you doing? Didn't you just have a new car? It's like, oh yeah, I went through 8 cars in the past year and a half, and you're like, how?
Oh.
Total all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody knows how to drive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Nobody knows
it's
how
never,
to.
it's never
like,
their fault.
Yeah, yeah.
Yikes.
You have any, Nick T? Any dentist stories?
I don't think that.
I'm
That's
a
experience.
no cavity person, so no problems.
I
I
know-
don't like when the dentist talks to me. I'm trying to do that, but
nothing like a
Yeah.
horrific.
I know mine
How do you
probably
actually say
easily
all of it?
was my mouth was too small as a kid, so they
Or did you
put
get palate
on the
expanders?
bottom and the top palate
had that too.
expanders. When I tell you the way they put in my palate expanders for the way my mouth was, because my mouth was all messed up as a kid,
Same.
they literally numbed you and then drilled them into the top and bottom of
Oh,
your jaw.
Oh yeah.
And when I tell you could still feel it
Mhm.
considerably, that was one of the worst painful experiences I've had. And I was probably 8,
Yeah.
and it was awful.
So
that
Sounds
was,
painful.
or when I got my mouth fixed when I flew off my bike. I was in a race. Long story short, on bicycles, flew over my handlebars and my friend's entire bike, face first into the asphalt,
That's right.
ripped my gums off
That's right.
on the top,
Yeah.
Oh my
and then had to
God.
get that. That was also pretty considerably painful.
Fuck yeah.
I can only imagine.
Ouch.
Yeah, dentist sucks.
There's a
man.
picture of it my mom took somewhere. My
I
whole
don't wanna
body
see it.
just
I'm good.
Screwed up.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
good.
don't think I want to see it.
It's still on the asphalt. Like nobody. came
Wait,
over
don't
and
move,
got
don't
it.
move. All right, we're getting
Too funny.
I'm honestly surprised my mom didn't do that when I broke my jaw because she would be the first.
You got
to
hurt on
do
my
that.
monkey bars too.
Yeah, but that was your fault.
No.
Well, different time.
No.
different story.
Well, Dark Emperor J, thank you, my
Bite me.
man. Brian Ford, thank you for the $2 donation. Man, I can't tell if I like this episode more than the last. Fantastic episode. I'm loving Kuaidul and how he's been involved from the start of the show. Yui having his Protag moment is awesome. Hopefully, Yuumu gets this treatment next arc. Yeah,
Or
I
just
agree with that.
Some treatment.
Yuumu is, he's now at a point where I think he's like in a very, very good position. And if he just kind of gets a big win here and then chills the next 2 arcs and does his thing, I think he'll be one of the best characters when the show comes to an end. I think a lot of people will feel that way. Yuumu could definitely use a big win or 2 not possessed and have a bit of an arc. And maybe even if she frames that arc as someone who feels like she's falling behind her brother, I think that could be a really fascinating angle for her. So hopefully we see that treatment for Yuumu come in. The thing that I always say with Yuumu, and I feel like this has been a bit of an issue with girl characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Since Arc 5, honestly. I feel like our Yu-Gi-Oh! Girl leads have not really had good, strong, rivalries and relationships with some other characters. And I'm not sure why that is. I think of Aki and Misty and how much Misty did for Aki's character in Dark Signer's arc. Then I think of Yuzu and Masami was fantastic for Yuzu's character in Arc 5, but Aoi's Aizen didn't really have a reoccurring rival. We thought it might be Spectre. Obviously, it wasn't. It was just a one-and-done duel, really. Roman Roman was solid. She didn't really have that. I don't know if she really needed it, but she dueled a lot of different characters. I mean, Roa maybe a little bit.
Sure.
You could kind of look
was
at
a
that.
huge moment
Even
for
though
her.
they only dueled once, they had that connection. But Yuumu doesn't really have like anyone that I look at in this show. Like Yuhi has UDS, or Yuhi even has Yugioh. Like, who does Yuumu really have that close knit relationship with? I mean, maybe Yuhi.
I would argue Yuhi.
But like Yuhi has that relationship with a lot of other characters, and not just Yuumu. So, that's something where Yuumu's doesn't have that kind of crutch to fall back on, where a rival can help her grow. So I don't know what direction you can go in besides the I'm falling behind my brother direction.
For her, the only character that
Manya?
I was gonna say that was around
Manya,
but
Manya.
isn't would have been Manya
Yeah.
because she had the whole
No, I would agree with
friend
that.
arc
They
and all that kind of
they
stuff.
just absolutely just
Manya's gone.
blinked her out
She got
of
canceled for
existence.
bullying.
Yeah, she got canceled.
She got
for
canceled
She got
for bullying.
canceled.
She got
That
she
was-
got hit
that
with
was bad.
but in schools
She
they
got
called it
embembeed.
an she got embembeed. It's a HIB,
Mbembe.
harassment, intimidation, bullying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, literally. I mean, she has not. I remember she was like part of that squad that got absolutely murdered by that co-girl or Electric Umik. I can't even remember her name because she was around a threat and then she just kind of vanished.
She was like the security guard.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, it was the one that was helping out
yeah,
during the phaser.
Tremolo and
Yeah.
Phaser. What was her name? Flash.
Energy Kamiko.
Energy
Kopiko.
Kopiko. Yes.
Kopiko.
Just destroyed everyone. Never seen the character again.
I mean,
amazing.
she's someone that you could definitely bring back, I think, because there was a lot of fear around her, and then she just disappeared. So if she's never brought back up, I would say that's kind of like an unanswered question.
you
Like
could use that in a video.
100%, especially because it was implied she was kind of a co-girl, right? Kopiko,
The naming convention does follow.
It would make
Yeah, so
But she doesn't look anything like them.
Manya,
No.
though, I would say
Manya's not around.
Shouldn't have been a rival. She should have been the support system. If you weren't gonna have that character duel, which I kind of think would be a waste of time to be honest, but like that character should be there for Yuumu to kind of vent to. And I think since they have that childhood connection, that would have been perfect.
it would actually make Manya a lot more likable.
Right,
as
and it would
well,
be
yeah.
great for both of them, and they just took Manya out of the show.
It's crazy. I liked Manya quite a bit. I was happy she broke the Itachi curse, but
Excuse me.
by doing that,
was
Mokita Mbembe, that episode, I really didn't like her, and so it left a sour taste. And she's just been gone since then. She hasn't done anything.
What episode? That was so long.
That
ago.
was the Lug arc. It had to be mid-30s. It had to be like 34,
It's been a
35.
minute.
It's been 40 episodes. So that's what I mean, though. Yuumu doesn't have that character. It seemed like she was going to have it with Manya early,
True.
but that hasn't,
I agree.
It's just
that
Yuumu.
hasn't manifested. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see where she goes. Hopefully somewhere, though, Brian, in this next arc. Crystal Colden, thank you for the $2 super chat. If we are talking Yuhi's praises, his character development has been incredible to watch, and even when I translate him to my art style, he became the most OP design I've made. Yuhi is forever my favorite character in Go Rush, no takes backs.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, Crystal's liked Yuhi a lot even before this arc, and this arc, he's excelled like no other, really.
His
So
stock has risen.
it really
I
has.
hope you
so-
bought it low.
Yeah.
yeah, Crystal did. Crystal
Probably
bought
bought
it
in the
very,
middle,
very low.
actually.
So, Crystal, thank you
if you
so
bought
much.
it,
I
you
think
better
Kenny.
hold.
I think Kenny bought into it now.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Yeah, Kenny bought into it now. It
He's
was
in
around
trouble.
Halloween. I think it just clipped $50, so yeah, he bought into it now.
Adding insult to injury.
Yeah.
tough, man.
Hopefully it goes up from here. I mean, we won't know.
It's tough though. It's tough
Yeah.
to go from here.
Well, it's tough, yeah, considering a lot of people say it already made its run, but we'll see. I just hope he makes some sort of money on it.
I hope he breaks even. You know.
Kenny, we love you, man. Angie, thank you for the $2 donation. Buy, sell, hold. Kuaidul is reciting from those books they mentioned back in Sevens. That's hilarious. I would hold that. I mean, I guess it's possible. I think those books are going to be somewhat relevant here.
What books?
The Sevens Road book
Oh,
that
okay.
Otis based his whole
I
journey
mean,
on.
wasn't that first line about? Like, I mean, technically, that first line that
Well, he wrote the book.
on the curt. Yeah,
Otis?
Why not?
he probably did.
He may have. We don't know, though.
Probably did.
He
Now
could
he's
have.
officially a time traveler.
He could have discovered the book.
Kuaidul also talks about in this episode the legend of under the big full
Which is the legend from
Yeah.
Sevens episode
Right.
1.
So
Yeah.
that was really cool to see that. come
Very
back.
cool. Very cool. Now that I don't think that was in the book, but yeah, that was in
No, I
Sevens
think it
episode
was.
1.
No, I don't know.
I don't remember.
All right, go back watch.
But I
all
would
of
like that.
Sevens, let me
I
know.
would like if it did tie in. Maybe not that he necessarily reciting, but I would like that tie-in
Yeah.
Yeah.
in Go Rush.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This man's whole purpose of Otis of traveling through time was just to make an accurate history book. That's all he's been doing.
He's actually just promoting the book so
all
he
he's
can get
done.
on the bestseller list.
Smart. That's actually really
He's
smart.
trying to beat the lose.
And he
That's good PR.
recruited Manya, an actress, to be the face of his promotional campaign.
But then she
I just tied it together. There you go.
But she got canceled, so now what?
Now it's a bad look.
She
Now
got
it's-
canceled on Earth.
Oh, true. So now she's just intergalactic.
Right.
Intergalactic planetary planet.
Beastie Boys.
Brian Ford, thank you for the $2 donation. Kuaidul is reminding me a lot of Eisen from Bleach. Nick T can speak to this. With as much as I love Eisen, if Kuaidul had a good conclusion to his arc, he might be a top 10 villain in the entire franchise.
Oh, I've never watched Bleach.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you
Gone
watched all
Frex?
1,000 and something episodes.
No, that's one.
Gone
Piece.
Frex.
I thought Nick T just.
You know that? Oh, is it really?
Hunter.
Gone-
X-Hunter.
I thought you just tried.
My
drinking
Hero
Bleach, not
Academia.
watching.
Oh,
I've-
you
I've
mean
tried to eat-
Yeah.
you
drink
mean
each other.
Boku no Hero Academia. Nah, I'm just messing around, chat. Yeah, I don't unfortunately have the comparison. Eisen is the yellow-haired dude, right?
I
From
think
Bleach.
so.
I was gonna
The
say,
skull,
I'm like,
yeah.
no, the only
Yeah,
crazy
I-
one is One Piece.
I know
One
the
Piece is
design.
insane.
I will say, Brian, I don't disagree with him actually. If Kuaidul has a really good conclusion here, he will probably be the first Rush Yu-Gi-Oh villain that is maybe in my top 10 villains of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
I've got one from Vrains
No,
that breaks that top 10. I don't think I have any. I have none from Sevens, and I don't have any so far from Go Rush because I don't view Yugioh as an antagonist.
I agree.
I don't view Revolver as an antagonist. I don't view Yugioh as an antagonist.
Let me ask you just briefly off the top of your head.
Yes.
You don't have to go into the whole list. Is most of those villains from DM?
I think 4 of the 10 are from DM.
I'll say.
It is insane
Yeah,
that to this day,
that makes sense.
I do not think we will ever have
We'll never reach that peak.
a Yu-Gi-Oh series that had as good of villains on a quantity and quality perspective.
I
as-
mean,
as
just
Duel
one.
Monsters.
I mean, just absolutely.
A lot of
cooking.
people ask me because
Another
obviously
one.
I'm very big on the spin-offs, and so a lot of people will ask me like, what is something that the original Yu-Gi-Oh did better than any of the spin-offs? And it's a very good question.
Villains.
Yeah, always
One-
villains. And then
100%.
we've gotten some great villains in the spin-offs, but
5Ds is good
from
too.
5Ds has a lot of good villains.
How many? Wait, so DM and 5Ds. How many of those villains are in your top 10? Gotta be close.
It's gotta be
6.
60%.
At least 6.
60%.
Because you gotta have 2. You gotta have 2.
At least 5.
Only one from 5Ds.
I
Now,
mean,
I'm hoping.
maybe
Dredge
2.
and I think are hoping a little bit here for some maybe
No.
there's some potential Zexel villains. in there.
Zexel's got a. He's probably second for me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
wow, so
probably
we got a
second.
really good villain.
The only villain I'd have, the only villain I'd have
Wow.
ahead of him is Marek.
Yeah.
It's Yami Marek.
Yeah,
you love
Marek's the
Yeah.
goat.
Oh, you can't hate
And,
Marek.
and it's not just DM villains, by the way. Bakura and Pegasus are both like top 5. So like, Duel
Literally
Monsters
S-tier.
doesn't have like 4 top 10. They've got like 3 top 5
Yeah, ridiculous.
villains. I mean, it's just
Ridiculous.
crazy how good those villains were.
Crazy
now I'm
good.
more pumped for
Crazy.
Zexel.
right. That's
I
something.
mean, we're out here.
That's something.
Zexel Watch Along
cooking.
episode 4 dropped today. We are doing every single Wednesday. When I'm on the recovery in October, I think we are going to boost it to Wednesday, Sunday. So a lot of cool things on the horizon. A character's debut is about about 9 episodes away. I don't think you guys have gotten to him yet.
Who?
Kite.
No. Wait,
No.
we're 9 episodes from what? From where you just posted?
Yeah, I think it happens in.
We're not.
Yeah, we're getting closer.
We'll be there probably next
Because
week.
we're ahead of that.
Cool.
Yeah.
You got some cool stuff.
We'll be there
coming
next
up.
week.
Sweet.
So if you're interested in the Zexel Watch Along every Wednesday and sometimes Sundays, but definitely every Wednesday. Lorena, thank you for the $2 donation. I hate when the dentist talks to me. You're doing dental work on my mouth and you expect a conversation from me. You know your job better than me, and talking doesn't make sense with your tools in my mouth. I agree. When a dentist has his fingers on my mouth or in my throat, I don't want to have a conversation about my day. I'm not physically
Yeah.
able to. Very annoying. They make
Another
it-
one too. Haircuts. I just got a haircut today. Very hard to have a conversation when you're like trimming up the beard right along the jawline. How am I going to speak to you?
Yeah, haircut looks good, by the way, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But like, how am I going to speak to you?
yeah,
What are
you
we doing
can't.
here?
You can't.
You can't.
I don't shut up when I get a haircut.
I
fall
talk-
asleep the whole time.
I talk most
Depends
of it, and
where
then I
they
know, like,
are when
here,
they're
and I'm
cutting
like,
it.
Well, I don't do my beard, so
Yeah.
I just
It
I just shave it off.
I got a haircut Saturday.
It looks good.
No, I'm going Saturday.
Oh, okay. It will.
Right there, it shows he's a fake friend.
Yeah.
It's
It's all right.
even
I
listen.
got Pete, I got one.
Just
before,
answer before we even heard the
wedding.
question. Oh, haven't you?
On the Friday before the wedding, he still hasn't noticed I got a haircut.
He
So,
didn't
like,
notice I got
eventually-
one either. He just
Yeah.
only have a hat.
Wow.
Yeah, you're wearing a hat. Mine's gelled and like
Looks great,
combed
bro.
over and everything. Never
Alright.
even noticed.
That was the
How
wedding,
was
dog.
that wedding, by the way?
It was a good time.
God damn it.
Great minds,
Damn,
Pete.
It was a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked fun on Snap.
Thanks.
Looked like a good time.
It was a good time.
A little wild.
right.
Kudo of Team
Wet
FTR. Thank you for the $2 donation. Hey, Dill. while you're on the podcast, I'm currently in Florence with my team. I've always dreamed of being stationed here. Anyways, let me know how everything is going later. Dude, that is awesome. Enjoy
so sick.
Florence.
Firenze.
And Riley Riolu super chatted $5. In all seriousness, I'd love to go to Florence. I've been to Rome and Venice, but I still have a lot more to explore in Italy. Just some thoughts. I love that. I hope you get the chance to travel to Florence. And Kuto, I hope you're enjoying Florence. So being
enjoy.
stationed there. So
It's awesome.
Yeah,
How
that is
often do you
Hope
think
you can
about the Roman
explore it.
Empire?
really freaking. I know that's the meme. Yeah.
Dude,
Um.
always flabbergasted when I said once a week.
I think about it a lot.
Thank you.
Like,
Yeah,
and
how often?
people at work did not believe me, and I'm like, at least 2 to 3 times a week.
My friend.
No
way.
Yeah, there's so much.
He asked me.
My friend
and I said
Emily.
the same thing.
My friend Emily called me.
Did she actually?
I swear to God, he was there.
Okay.
Right, my friend called me and asked.
did.
The
And
Was
I
she
said-
recording it for content?
No, I said it was just out of nowhere. I said probably once every 10 years. And that's-
Excuse
that's-
See,
I don't know if it's that
I
bad.
expect that out of you, though.
Yeah, I don't think of.
You
the
know what I
Roman
think of it? We bring it up on the podcast. That's what I think.
I
of
don't
it.
think you
Would
think.
you do a Roman Empire podcast?
No,
Dude,
no,
Nick T?
no,
I'm in.
no.
I'm
in.
so in.
I mean, and when they asked it, it was like the week prior. We literally were talking about Nero.
I know.
So, like, I'm like, I just talked about it.
I know. I said the same thing too.
I mean, how can you not?
I don't think about it.
Hundreds of years of history.
Very,
Innovation.
It's very cool. Now, candy, I think about quite a bit.
That's different though.
How what's the quickest way for me to get to point A, Oreos back to point A? I think about
You're a very sad man. You really are.
that's the equation I think about all the time.
Jesus Christ.
I literally my lunch today was Oreos.
No, it wasn't.
It was. 'cause
Wait, what have you eaten all today?
So today I had avocado toast with
Okay.
2 fried eggs on top of
Yeah.
wheat bread.
Okay.
Did you work from home today?
No, I went to the office.
And where'd you get that from?
They have a cafeteria
Oh,
down
okay.
there.
That makes,
Yeah.
because there's no way you made that.
No,
yourself.
no way. So I had that, which that's pretty healthy for you.
Yeah, that's good.
And then it was about 2:00. I was a little hungry, but I knew I was having a big dinner at 5:30 with my friends Joe and Brian before Joe moves to Connecticut.
Right.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, very soon. And so I didn't want to eat lunch because I didn't want to be stuffed for that. Went to yesterday's right here. It's very good.
Love yesterday's.
Very good. I knew I was going to get
I
chicken
don't have
parm.
ever been to yesterday.
It's very good. It's actually very
classic.
good.
Yeah.
So many communions.
And
there.
so I just had a quick thing of Oreos. They had them in the vending machine, and that, I
Oh,
guess
like a 4-pack, whatever that.
it was a
thing is?
6-pack. Yeah, I
Of
guess
double
that
stuff, double
I thought
stuff
you
or
were gonna
regular?
say,
Regular.
You
Oh,
were just
regular?
housing
No,
like a
no, no.
Bro, you
whole
gotta have the double stuff.
They don't have them available at the vending machine.
Bro,
It's
that's
very limited.
Maybe you should have brought lunch or a
Um,
snack or a fig bar or something.
Yeah, that would have been healthier.
way
and-
too
pumpkin
healthy.
seeds. I don't know.
Yeah.
like
And cheaper.
almonds.
I haven't had Oreos for lunch in a while, so that's not a
That
common
shouldn't
thing.
ever
You
be a
should
thing.
never have had Oreos for lunch. Period. Like Oreos was your lunch.
we lost them.
He's
it's a
been
losing
lost.
battle. It's been
No,
over.
I don't have much to because I agree with you. I do agree with you. Oreos are not part of a healthy, nutritious diet for lunch.
I mean, it's just amazing that you're having so many health problems. I can't figure out why.
Well, the crazy thing is the health problems I'm having don't even have to do with my diet. That's
Which
the
is
scary
really
part.
concerning because
I
when it
know.
actually hits you, it's
Right.
gonna be
The
wrong.
acidity probably
You really
got
got to be
that,
careful.
right?
Yeah.
You also had the brief moment
gonna be
where
tough.
you were close to pre-diabetic there.
I was.
So
I
like-
still don't know how you aren't.
I don't.
I
either.
saw what you ate.
In my mind,
Pizza and candy. That's it.
Well, the way he walked it
Back
back,
then,
was 'cause
too.
back then it was really bad, and then he's like,
Yeah.
maybe I should stop having Swedish fish every day.
Well, and then I'll tell you the big
especially the
And
diet
soda,
in
and
that.
soda,
the
and
big,
soda.
and the big dietary change I made
Soda.
is I really only drink water now, and
That
I
helps.
think that is a huge reason
big.
why I'm
In
I'm-
my mind, still.
okay, yeah.
In my mind, I hope we're all still really good friends.
Yeah.
because,
Oh,
like,
boy.
we're gonna have to be there to raise your kids when your pancreas gives out at 40. So I really hope we're all there.
Hang on.
And I want to let you know, I'm gonna be there for your family. I can tell you that.
Oh my
So
god!
I'll be there.
I don't know what to say, man. There's nothing else to say anymore. You just kind of gotta.
Hey, next donation.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Cal.
I would have given him till at least 45.
I mean, this is crazy, right?
Are you
I mean,
are you good on your end, Dill?
I'm good
No,
on my
he's not.
end.
All
I've
right,
been
Cal,
good.
rip it.
You're not good.
He's not good. Oh, he's really not good. Yeah,
I was good when I
you were
away.
good before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lorena, thank you for the $2 donation. I hope Yuumu becomes more involved in the next arc. She can't possibly feel good knowing that her brother has made a lot of progress while she's falling short. This could start her on a similar path he went down, except more tailored for
Show, yeah,
Yuumu.
it's a show.
Yeah, Lorena,
Yeah.
I kind of said it like a few minutes ago. Thank you for this donation. I'm fully in agreement with that. I think that's probably the only route you can go with Yuumu. I think it's too late to give her some sort of like rivalry at this time with a character that has like a deep meaning, unless like you go down that route where you have Manya come back. I think she's the only character realistically, unless maybe they really play into her and Yuhi, that you can do that with. So I don't know. That's going to be fascinating. And Angie, thank you for the very generous $20 donation. Safe travels to Disney World. Treat Vree yourself to some treats. Thank you. I will buy her a Dole Whip with that donation. She's a big fan
not a Mickey Pop
of Dole Whip.
Love Dole Whip.
Yeah, she's a big
They have
fan
it
of
at
Dole
all the
Whip.
boardwalks
Very
there.
good.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome.
Epcot, also go to the Japan area. Got to get that shaved ice.
Well, that's
Gotta get it.
I forget what they call
Have
it,
to
but
get
it's
it.
fantastic. What I also like doing is I like going to Germany. They have those. I think it's their
Dude,
3 feet
The
pretzels.
pretzels. I thought
beer
you
pretzels.
wouldn't
Yeah,
wouldn't go for the pretzels, but
Oh yeah,
the pretzels are enormous.
and they're 3 feet. They're
Yeah.
like,
You know who's down
Well,
there right
they-
now?
Nadine.
No,
What?
a podcast is down there right now.
No, they're there.
They're down there right now.
Yo, please run into them.
Maybe you guys
Please.
can collab.
They're one of my big competitors.
We can do a road show.
I've been watching
together.
those Wednesday night time slots.
I know you
what I mean?
have.
Angie, thank you so much. We got some super chats, guys, and then we are going to read the summary for the arc finale, episode 77. It will also be my finale episode as well.
Before I go all the way back to the top, Riley Riolu donated $2 more and said, "Before I forget,
you, Riley.
Kuto is me in character." So like they were responding to their thing.
That makes a lot of sense now. Oh,
Yeah.
Team FTR, right, of course.
Yeah,
Riley,
yeah,
thank you so much. I completely missed that. I also missed when Angie donated not too long ago. And
What?
oh, I think my brother's here. Hold on.
What?
Yeah, he's staying the night. We got to leave at 5 a.m., so he's just staying
Oh,
the
your
night.
whole family's gone.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
mention to me. You said, "Oh, I'm getting up for my flight."
They're all going to Disney.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
didn't know?
No.
Well, as he canceled the trip that
Huh.
all the friends were going to do to Disney because
Interesting.
he
Okay.
wanted to go with his
Okay.
family
That
instead.
makes sense,
Which I
yeah.
said was a good idea.
Yeah, because you paid.
All right,
yeah.
I will
He
be
also
right back.
chased us, yeah. All right, well, Dylan's gone.
Clearly.
Um,
That's facts.
we got $10 from Shark Messiah 101. Thank you, Shark.
Year.
I have a gut feeling that Kuaidul is going to introduce synchros to rush duels, that or rituals. I feel like rush duels is due for a new summoning mechanic, and those two would fit nicely
Maybe
for this arc.
I mean, rituals could work, but I don't know about the other ones.
The only reason I would say I think it's just too late to introduce
exactly
something.
what
I
to-
agree with
say.
that.
Too
too.
far along.
Yeah.
Now, I think if they introduced it in the beginning of the next show, it would make sense to introduce another summoning method or mechanic. But I just feel like it's too late, right? Like, if we had 40 episodes left, maybe it might work. But we're closer to 20 at this point.
Right.
But
It would be late.
But I can see like it could make sense with Kuaidul. I'm sure if they do add it at some point, they'll find a way to make it seamlessly fit right in. So. But thank you, Shark. We got $5 from Into the Vrains. Thank you, Natalie. I have been a cheerleader for all of Dylan's theories, even the Mystery Girl one. But good guy Otis? I can't support that. Otis tried to kill kids.
Yeah, I mean,
Thoughts on that, Dill?
Well, I will say this. Natalie, Into the Vrains, has been an insanely generous and kind supporter of mine. Yeah. Her saying that I've gone too far with a theory definitely has
look in
weight.
the mirror.
It definitely has weight. And so I'm going to analyze this theory of good guy Otis, and maybe it is
Think about
maybe
it.
it is a little too
think
crazy.
about it on the plane tomorrow morning.
I'll think of,
Also,
think about it on the flight.
Natalie, I hope you're still here. Super sweet comment you left on the First and 10 most recent podcast. So me and Brian greatly appreciate that. We talked about that over text. So thank you so much.
Brian also told me today, and he was like, "Yeah, do you know Natalie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." And he was like, "Oh, she left a very, very nice
Yeah,
message."
thank
So
you for
even
that.
Brian, meant a lot to him and to you as well. So, Natalie, you're the best. Thank you.
Natalie came back and donated $2 more and said, #Vrains for life. Vrains is really good.
Vrains is very good. Yeah, I like Vrains a lot.
Lightning was
Good
right.
show. Lightning. No.
I almost had Dredge. You saw it. I almost had him.
Bro, I was shocked.
Dredge, do you know what's crazy?
I was utterly shocked.
Do you know what's
He
crazy?
said that.
He,
gotta get him
he
once.
thinks Ghetto's right. He thinks Lightning's right.
Hold on.
And yet Otis.
Bruh.
I mean, this is crazy.
Bruh.
They've both done worse things than Otis.
Dredge, can I speak to this?
You can try.
really-
Good luck.
No, I won't even explain to you why they're right. I'm just going to explain to him those are well-developed villains.
I agree.
Oh,
and
oh.
Otis is garbage.
No, I agree. I agree.
Oh,
But,
for
if we're
that, I'll agree with
if we're
you.
talking about the character routes and the actions they've committed,
Oh, that's
Otis is honestly like
Awful person.
no compared to them. He's a great dude. He's someone I'd hang out with.
Okay, I'm gonna
Compared to them,
I'm
I
gonna
mean, this is crazy. Now, listen, they're both much better villains than Lightning is a much better villain, and Ghetto is fantastic in JJK.
But you're talking about scale here.
But we're
you're-
talking
if you're
about
a
the
curse-
actions.
If you're a curse user,
Yes.
like if you have that power, you're good.
Jesus.
You're good.
yeah, and
He
Otis,
doesn't care.
but there's a lot of people that aren't curse users.
Right. So then you just better hope you are one.
So
Just don't. I've
Wait,
tried.
wait,
I've
Panther,
had
you're
this
right, I'm right,
conversation.
I'm not gonna get into
Listen,
it.
I'm
There's
doing
no
short
way
about
getting
it.
through.
This guy sounded
We-
like the two parents that put the two little girls in a cage.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Oh
Eh,
my.
Okay, no way did I sound like that.
But I was
mean, he's
saying.
I
just,
see where he's coming
he's
from.
just saying things.
He's just making shit up
He's
now.
out here just pulling things.
I wish I could mute you all right now.
I
and
saw
keep
him. I
going.
saw him mildly. It was a mild simmer. He added in there.
All right.
Crazy.
Well,
Don't worry, Shadow Realm agrees with you.
Thank
I know
you,
he's always
Natalie.
got my back.
we got
Nice.
$20
Someone
from
asked
Colin Cleves.
Oh shit, Colin! Thank you so much, my man.
Seeing
Colin.
Kuaidul basically be the linchpin of everything that's happened, do you think this makes the creator look weaker by comparison or stronger because he created a being that is on the same power level as him?
Short term weaker, long term probably stronger. In the short term, it does make him look weaker because everything that we've thought was good
doing.
for Otis and for the creator because he was getting involved, he didn't do anything.
Right.
Even that Yugioh scene wasn't actually him.
Yeah, it
So
was-
the short term reaction to everything that we've seen is 100% the creator looks weaker and not as involved in the storyline. The long term reaction most likely is going to be
Stronger.
the opposite.
I actually
Yes,
don't. I
I
actually
agree.
don't agree right now.
Okay.
This week because I think this man's out here cooking.
Okay.
So
Well, that's fair, but we don't know.
Right, but I'm saying even if that is not the case,
Yeah.
he's still set in motion.
Yeah.
this. Like he
Yeah.
still
Maybe.
he still did it and then he dipped. You know, so like
Yeah.
I don't look at him and go, "Oh God, what a coward."
Well,
I
a
just
lot
go
of
like
it-
this man is chaotic evil.
A lot of it is going to come down to that conversation in 77 because
Yeah.
if in 77 Otis says you're going down a bad path, you shouldn't go down this way.
I can't follow.
And Kuaidul then does something to him or Kuaidul then breaks off from him.
Yeah.
Then Otis, it's pretty much confirmed at that point Otis didn't set him on this path.
Right.
Yeah.
So the conversation in 77 is going to be big in getting a vibe of where Otis, I think,
Yeah.
The
stands
creator
on this.
is going to come back, and he will come back with Yuga. They're a package deal, whether they are the same person
Yeah.
or not. That is how they both come back.
That's you're probably right on that.
Just-
You're probably right on that. Yeah. But Colin, thank you for the super chat and disagreements here, but hey, that's what it's for.
Well, I mean, what's an argument without a couple of good disagreements, you know?
You gotta have disagreement. If we all had the same opinions, this would be a boring show.
It would.
That's
also,
very true.
also, I saw
Boring
Dak and a couple
show.
people write. It goes without saying, if you drop any JJK spoilers for the manga or anime, you're immediately hidden from the channel. You're
Oh yeah,
So
completely.
I just want to
hidden.
make that clear.
Yeah.
Like, there's no jokes with any of that.
Yeah.
You are gone permanently.
That's true.
So, and that goes with really
Any
kind of
show
major
that's not
show
like
or anime
done,
spoiler, so
no spoilers.
feel
not-
like,
not in the
feel like that should be
podcast.
obvious, but I'll just state it just
It's
so I
fair.
don't feel guilty.
It's fair.
So there you go.
Yeah, it's fair.
Which is very fair and true.
Yeah.
But Dylan also, was it 2 weeks ago, let on a pretty big
did.
spoiler.
He did.
Which spoiler did you do? I don't remember that.
And if
Oh,
and if I could ban him, I would. I mean, we're basically banning him.
We can't ban
in a couple
that
weeks.
guy, but
In a couple weeks, he's gone.
we can't ban
Emanimo.
that guy.
I feel
You
like,
have a-
I
you-
feel
you're
like
sick.
the vessel.
Emanimo.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Colin. We got a $5 donation from Crystal Colden.
Thank you,
Crystal.
Crystal.
And Crystal said, and this is another arc that changes how the final duel is shaped. So if they are not changing the 13-episode arcs, they are at least changing the formula.
They are. I mean,
Yeah.
and they've done a very good job of that, right? Arc number 2, what happened? Udius had one less zone to use. That was very
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah.
Arc number 3, what happened? The Lug splits into 2 different versions of himself when we got
Loved
our
it.
first ever 2v2 duel. We've seen, arc number 4 is this huge space mecha duel. Like, we've seen unique takes on these duels.
Yep.
So, yes, it is a shame they're not changing that 13-episode format. At least these arc finale duels have been unique, and they've been fun, and they've been very
the
interesting.
Flavor has been good.
It's been good.
And you're even having another unique take to it. Now
Yeah.
you got Darkness and Kuaidul taking over people.
Oh, 100%.
Loving
It's insanely fascinating. Insanely fascinating.
I agree. We got
Emanimo.
$2 from Legendary Duels.
Thank you, Legendary.
And JC said, Yuhi finally getting the spotlight. # justice for Yuhi.
A lot of people wanted Yuhi to get those moments, and he's finally getting them.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I
the
agree.
people that have really been big. Hey, you know what? I know JC was a massive Go fan early on in Vrains.
Huge.
Go never really had that, like, went down that heroic path that I think a lot of us thought he would go down.
Go had to go.
So he's kind of making up for what Go wasn't, for JC at least. So
It's
I'm
crazy that
I'm
like,
happy
he
for JC.
gravitated to Go, hated Usaka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't
One
tell
man
you.
gets results.
The other takes L's. Yeah,
Takes L's. And did he ever help those kids from the orphanage? Did he ever go back?
I think he did. I think
Maybe
he
at the
did.
very end.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think he did.
Just keep it tabs.
TBD.
We got a $2 donation from Ichika Nozomi. And he said,
Thank you.
Happy early Halloween, Dill. Best of luck with your surgery.
Thank you, Achika.
Yeah.
Very, very kind. Thank you so much for the good luck and happy Halloween.
Yeah, it's
It's very early.
Yeah, it is a very early
Hey,
happy Halloween.
screw
I'll still be here for another like
counting down.
week and a half. Yeah, 13 days. I know.
Oh, no,
you
I
guys are
meant
very
to-
excited. Oh, the Halloween.
Whoa, that's dark, bro. What's that?
mean, we are.
Yeah, I was talking about Halloween.
No, I'm kidding. Halloween,
Yeah.
baby. Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Deck the. That's not Halloween.
That's Christmas.
Yep.
Philip Rosewood has been a member for 27 months at Slifer Red.
Oh, you're?
Thank you, Philip.
And Philip said, best episode of Rush Era Yu-Gi-Oh! So far. Hyped
High
for
praise.
more.
Philip, I could not
That's what I'm
agree
talking
more. It
about.
was a phenomenal episode of the show, and I'm very, very excited to see where 77 takes us. I think we'll get probably a little bit of a break, 78, 79, 80, which I'll be fine with, selfishly. So, we'll see what happens here. But
Just have us meander around like 3 garbage.
It's gonna be like a
episodes.
30-minute episode. Like, hey guys, yeah, this is something. All right,
78
cool.
is like a recap.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even feel the need to do a podcast.
We're gonna
So
skip.
bad.
We're gonna double up next week.
Thank you, Philip. We got a $2 donation from Tyler DeBauer.
Thank you, Tyler.
And Tyler said, bring down Kuaidul for hashtag justice for Mitsuko.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tyler's got that awesome shirt.
So
and,
actually, at the end of the day, that's his fault.
yeah, it is.
I mean, it all is.
Kuaidul, yeah.
He could have made Zuijo into liking her more.
He could have
Or-
made
or
Zuijo a
could've
lover.
made Zuijo ugly. Then Mitsuko wouldn't have
you know
liked
what?
him.
That's actually a good
There you
point,
go.
too. Why
She
didn't,
she
yeah.
loved him for the person on the inside.
Zuijo's person on the inside.
She loved him for his big personality.
No, we're not gonna keep
Thank
playing.
you,
We
Tyler.
got,
Thank
we
you,
got
Tyler.
$10
Thank you.
and 1
Thanks,
cent
Cal.
Canadian
Well
from
done.
Pick Rick.
Thank you, Pick.
And Rick said, Kuaidul blending in with the 8.88 million countrymen probably explains how he was able to observe Udius throughout the series,
Yeah.
through the Valvagear. He was always there.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's kind of a piece of shit for that. Let's just be real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
kind of a piece of shit.
Wouldn't it be cool?
was
How
playing
crazy would it
games.
be if you go back in some of those shots where they show all the Valkyrians?
He's there.
How crazy would it be if he's there?
That'd be pretty crazy.
I'm kind of
He's like,
tempted
oh,
to
there's
go.
Earth and all
I've
this
got-
stuff. I'm like, bro, shut up.
I'm kind of tempted to go back and look, and then like when they're like surrounded by the enemy, he puts in the coordinates to where that like
Bro,
Yeah, and
the oasis is.
garbage.
Yeah.
And Udius is just having a nice spa day for a moment. He's like, psych. And then
And
says
he-
what?
he-
He comes up to Neanderstar, who just lost her parents, and is like, psych your card.
Yeah.
Bro, what the hell?
Yeah, it was pretty messed up.
like, we're making you into a cat. We're not like you're supposed to. You should
I'm a
be
kitty
going
cat.
through some therapy after what
As
you
if
just
this day
experienced.
couldn't
Hate
get
him.
any
Well,
worse.
yeah, he's like a pseudo.
Horrible.
He feels he's God. But the fascinating thing with
And
his
he loves
character,
it. He's like he's just having fun with it.
he's not God though.
He's
The
not.
creator is
But
God.
He's not a
He's
guy.
kind of sick in the way that like he doesn't take anything super seriously.
you.
He's like, ah,
It's
whatever.
dangerous,
I'll
by
do
the
whatever
way.
I want.
Yeah.
Whatever it furthers my goal, why not?
Yeah. No, it's fair.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very exciting. He's been good. He's been really good.
And now we understand the comment he made to Neanderstar.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, it's you from way back then.
Yeah. You're the
'cause you
girl
ruined
that
her
I.
life.
You were the first. Basically, he was the first Karatamada. She was the first carded character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were both
Eva.
prototypes. Yeah. Beautiful.
We got $2 from Into the Vrains.
Into the Vrains, thank you so much.
Otis had malicious intent when throwing that meteor.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Probably.
What do you mean probably?
Well,
No, don't
I
even,
got to
nah,
rewatch the footage.
Don't even explain because you're wrong.
Okay.
Yep.
Natalie, I'm going to rewatch the footage. Thank you, Natalie. I appreciate the super chat.
Natalie, you are right. Dylan is wrong.
I'm going to rewatch it.
We got $2 from X Slayer.
Nice.
Thank
And
you,
X Slayer
Alex.
said next set at PHNI is called Legacy of Destruction.
Yeah, I've seen some people talk Duel Monsters. Some people talk Zexal. I know the kind of general thought is that it might be a Gandora. It sounds like it, right? Destruction. And then, of course, Legacy. So
That name is cool as hell, by the way.
Gandora.
No, I was gonna say the
Legacy of Destruction. Yeah, that's going to be an anime base set. So yeah, I'm excited to see what it is. I think it's
Definitely.
probably going to be Duel Monsters, but we'll see. It's cool. It's a great sounding name, Legacy of Destruction.
Right.
First thing I thought of was Blue Eyes. I think because Blue Eyes Stream of Destruction, Legacy. I don't know. I just thought Blue Eyes, but I don't think it's going to be Blue Eyes. But I do think it'll be Duel Monsters.
Thank you, X. We got $5 from Legendary Duels.
Ooh, JC.
Thank you, JC.
And JC said, Otis is the main villain. You're insane and delusional, Dylan. Stop capping, bro.
He got you, bro.
I get to. This is going to be a beautiful moment because I get to sit at this table in 85 days, 22 hours, and to JC's face.
How do you feel? You're wrong.
When he's across from me? I get to ask him. So you really think Otis is the main villain? After Otis came in,
You really think he's?
and
think
you
he's
really think
really
you're a
a
good
good
leader? And after Otis, at that point of the show, I'm assuming maybe came in and fought alongside Yugioh to stop Kuaidul. That
You're
could
At
happen.
that point, I might be consoling him because he is dead.
Okay, all right, okay.
So, never know what's gonna happen.
You don't know. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that won't happen.
You
I feel pretty good about that.
Never say never. Justin Bieber said it best.
JC, thank you, my man. We got a long
Got it.
conversation coming during Jump Festa. Very excited for that, my
What'd you
man.
do?
About
I
Otis,
opened up a new tab on it.
morality. It's gonna
Where
be good.
he is in life.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a great time.
We got $5 from Into the
Yeah, we got
Brains.
you.
Thank you, Natalie.
And Natalie said, Dredge, I asked this in the last installment, but which Vrains character would you be? Hashtag justice for Rally. Hashtag justice for Yuga. Hashtag justice for Wendy's partner.
Justice. Yeah, I agree with two of those three. I don't agree with the justice for Yuga because
I was waiting.
no, Yuga's a great character, so I wouldn't put him in the same bucket as Rally, who almost got killed by Jack Atlas, and
I mean, did yeah.
and Wendy's partner, who did get killed.
And we didn't even know that character.
No.
Yeah.
Just got murked.
Yeah.
Those two need justice. I don't think Yuga does.
Probably who Dredge would be in Vrains because he wasn't here.
Who would I be?
Wendy's partner.
Oh, because you weren't here.
Wendy's partner.
'Cause you were
Um,
well, he
no,
honestly
I'm
Also
not
died in a
He's-
car accident.
you're
I haven't
go-
died in a car.
You're
accident.
go
like
before
that's
he
Wendy's
stopped
partner,
eating.
just like everyone.
Yeah,
else.
No, I
you're-
remember that. It was like,
Go actually. Yeah.
Dredge, you're jacked go. Like the
I'm
one we all had hope for.
oh my god.
Yeah, and then he lost a bunch of weight, and people were like, "What do you mean you don't sympathize with this guy?" And I'm like,
not
"No,
go.
I don't. I'm
Who
sorry."
am I? I feel like I would be
Whatever
like,
that guy is.
you know what? You know what I feel like I'd be? I feel like I'd be the Earth Ignis. I'm trying to do the right thing, and I just get screwed.
You just get
I can also
dissected.
see
I
you
just
as
get
Bowman.
domed.
I could see you Jack like Bowman.
Why does everything come back to me being jacked? I'm
Fine.
not even
Dredge,
jacked.
No, you're
I'm
in
a
shape.
normal sized person.
You're in good
Dredge,
You're
shape.
the best shape
Judge,
out of all of
But
us.
that doesn't mean I'm jacked. I don't look like Bowman. Don't look like Roman Reigns. Don't look like any of these people.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I would agree with that, but compared to us, you do.
no, but
Look, Judge, you want to see my biceps? I will show you my biceps.
I do.
You're not gonna like what
My
you say.
personal favorite is when either Ivrea or
Judge, you can be
Aura
bit and boot
just
if you want.
lifts you. I love that.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Dredge, you could be bit and boot.
what? Bit and
Why?
boot.
No, that.
Oh, fuck. I forgot who they. I forgot who they were. That's how irrelevant they were. to me.
That was the point.
Oh my god.
So at least you're being someone of relevance. We got $10 from Gravity Hero.
Thank you, Grav.
Gravity Hero said, that was an insane plot twist. I would never have guessed that Kuaidul was behind everything. Also, according to Dylan, he was told that he should be in a choir because he has the voice of an angel.
I was told that actually in grade
He
school.
actually can sing quite well.
Don't want to close
Nope.
my eyes.
Not proven.
Don't want to
Not proven
fall
all day.
asleep 'cause I miss you, baby. And I don't want to miss a thing.
That worked, but it, you know.
Good job, man.
Even when I dream.
Dude, imagine.
I'm so sorry to headphones wearers on that one.
His lower regression though actually is quite good. Like, imagine like after the surgery, Dylan's got the
Yeah,
voice
no,
of, like,
Steven
yeah.
Tyler can sing, of course.
I'm talking about you.
Oh, you're talking about the Aerosmith guy.
Also, you definitely like deafen some people.
Even when I dream of you.
Yeah, what if your voice is completely different?
Oh, it could be. No, it could be.
honestly.
What if it's like super high
If
pitched?
hope
we're
it's
being
super
realistic, it's gonna be slightly.
Yeah.
different.
I hope it's deep.
Yeah.
He comes back
He's got
and
like a
he's
Barry
hello.
White.
I don't know, it's not gonna be mad, but it'll be slightly just because
Hello,
the way that you talk and the way the
everyone.
polyp has probably grown inside your
Well,
throat,
I'm-
it's changed the way you're.
I'm
Welcome
talking,
to
like,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything.
I have to like overcompensate to talk.
Yeah.
and
I
I've been
want it
doing
to be
that
the
for
opposite
years.
way, where you're like, "Hey guys, welcome back to Go Rush."
Hey guys, it's Dylan. It's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Go
You're
Watch
not gonna
episode.
suddenly talk through your nose.
Yeah, that you're just.
Hey guys, it's Dylan from Yugioh
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Everything.
That'd be cool as hell.
And welcome to the channel.
You're gonna get a whole new group of people coming to watch.
I'm
new group.
going to talk to you about Otis.
Yeah. Well, you got that late night podcast
It's
voice.
like Yu-Gi-Oh! ASMR.
Oh yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh
Everything
yeah.
Tonight,
Yeah.
Oh
we're
yeah.
talking all things Otis.
Let me tell you
all
a
the
story
time.
about how Kuaidul was right.
I don't know about that.
Gravity Hero, thank you, my man. And I do sing like an angel. I appreciate the compliment.
We got $5 from Into the Brains.
To the brains. Thank you, Natalie.
Currently with a stuffy nose, thank you for making me smile.
Natalie, you're very welcome. I hope you get rid of that stuffy nose, and I hope you feel better tomorrow. And if you don't, just take as much Claritin and clear as you can. Flonase, sleep. That's important. Keep yourself hydrated. Motrin, Tylenol.
hold on.
whatever.
Dylan,
No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm
where's your
kidding.
doctor degree?
No,
A lot of
you're right.
recommendations.
True, we could ask Dredge.
I'll let the expert.
No, see, that's why I haven't said anything. I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
No, we're saying you are.
I'm kidding about the Motrin and Tylenol, but no, Flonase and Claritin should help. If it's a cold, I mean, I don't know.
I
what
thought
it
you
is.
were just gonna keep loading her up with any drug.
No,
you
pretty
can.
much.
Any drug he knows the name of, he's like, oh, this.
He would have been at like Benadryl.
Vyvanse,
in no time.
Klonopin.
Just add some
Clozapine.
Vicodin in there.
Keep going, Vyvanse.
No, but really, Natalie, I'm happy you're smiling, and I hope you feel better. Seriously.
We got $10 from Colin Cleaves.
Thank you, Colin.
That
And
guy.
Colin said, boy, that scene with Kuaidul and Nyanastar brings a whole new meaning to the term curiosity killed the cat.
Got it.
Am I right, boys?
See, I'm gonna
Cut it out. Get this guy out of here.
Oh, man.
I say it every week. I want this guy out of here.
Now I'll tell you something. I'm very confident that Colin will be part of the Jump Festa team.
I got some theories to drop on him.
Okay.
I want to hear.
Can't wait.
Now,
Can't wait.
does your perspective of him coming change because of that last message?
Oh yeah, I mean, I there was a really low bar I had for Colin as a
Really?
bar.
Oh, no, my
Wow.
bar's pretty high
Wow.
for
I,
Colin.
you know,
I got Colin in the middle
I know
somewhere.
I know the
Colin
type
pretty
of guy he is.
Yeah.
Well, I think
We're
after
gonna take
that-
care of that in 85 days.
I think he's an Otis apologist, which I appreciate. Actually, no, I think he hates Otis.
After that joke, I think he moves up on my bar.
Yeah, I was
He's,
gonna
he's,
say,
he
yeah.
keeps
yeah,
climbing.
but like
Guy.
your bar for humor is extremely juvenile. So that
well,
kind of
I'm a comedian, bro.
He's like,
I would be a stand-up
Your
comedian.
life
but,
is a
but I
joke, that's
prefer
sure.
to
That's
sit.
my job.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
All right, now read the next one.
all right, move on.
Ay,
Colin, thank you, my man.
Sorry, I had to do it. We got $5.01 Canadian from Pick Rick.
Pick the Rick.
Picking a Rick.
And Pickin' the Rick said, in defense of Otis, those meteors he threw could have been made of something like cardboard. We didn't see it hit anything. Hashtag good guy Gotis.
Good guy, Gotis. Oh my God, what a
Yeah,
nickname.
I'm done. Good night.
Get the goat mask.
Good seeing you.
Good guy.
Oh, it's good to see you. Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
Have fun at Disney.
Good guy, thank you, Dredge. Good guy, Gotis. I think Dredge is actually leaving.
He's done, dude. He's
I don't
done.
even know. I don't even know
Dude, Goatus is actually so good. That is so good, honestly.
Dredge is gone, dude. Now, to be fair,
Packing up.
this is where
he's out.
if I had more reach, I would reach out to the guys from Mythbusters. Because could a cardboard meteor travel in the speed that it traveled in space? It might be able to. There's not as much buoyancy in space.
Cardboard?
Yes.
Hold on, what did you
burn
just
up.
say?
A cardboard would burn up in space.
It's burning up.
What?
Burning
No.
up
Highly
for
flammable.
you,
Okay.
baby.
So no, our man behind the camera, he's saying that cardboard would
there's
burn
so
up
much
in
going on.
space.
Nah.
Here, I can't. We're no, we're not.
Well, no, I'm trying to.
Dylan.
No, don't do it.
Dylan,
First of all, he said
No.
buoyancy in space.
buoyancy is in the ocean.
Yeah, it's like boing, boing.
No, all right, that's it. No, that's all I need.
No, with
there.
the waves, boing, boing.
Boy. Just because you're saying boy doesn't mean it's buoyancy.
Holy God.
All right. Anyway, thank you, Pickrick.
Thanks,
Good
Pick.
guy, Gotis.
Good guy, Gotis.
Good guy,
We
Gotis.
got
What a
$5
name.
from Ice Aiden.
Ice Aiden. Thank you, man.
Nice. Hello, Yugi.
Russia. I'm sorry.
You're deafening these people for sure.
Hello, Yugi Bros.
We're not gonna miss
Yo.
you.
Dill, if you had your surgery, he did not. Hope
Not yet.
everything went great. Yuma has become second fiddle to her brother.
Yeah, surgery went really well.
Probably
I just
third
coughed
or-
up blood all over Cal, bro. No, surgery has not happened yet. It is October 3rd. Thank you for asking, though, Ice Aiden. It's October 3rd. So next week will be my last Crazy Eights for a while.
And we can't wait.
Can't wait.
Well, for you to not be here, not for the surgery.
Wow. Oh my God.
See, because now he doesn't know what's worse.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, Del.
Yes.
I think he's been angling for a long time to take over this podcast.
He's
I
trying.
think he's not the only one.
Hey,
Hey.
you funny for that shit.
That was good.
Hey, Pete, there's a reason I agreed to live with him, right?
All
He's
right.
slowly
Keep
taking.
your enemies closer.
Right.
All right.
Relive in high school all over again.
What is going on tonight, folks?
Yeah. Oh boy.
You're not wrong.
What is going on?
And you wonder why I was gonna leave.
So-
Are you
so-
surprised?
We have
Crazy.
KP, who has been a member for 50 months.
50
Yeah,
Fabulous
outta here.
Blue.
Okay, thank you for the 50 bleeping months. That is crazy. That is, I think, second longest. I think you're a little longer.
No, I'm longest on Twitch. She's longest on YouTube.
That's
I
nutty.
didn't even know there was that
killing
many.
Yeah.
Kay, thank you so much. You're freaking awesome, and thank you for the 50 months of being a
Gee.
channel member. That's
Could also
over.
be here for Jump Fest.
And Kay
Potentially.
said,
Could be.
Jump Fest, we might have, I'm not even kidding,
be 90 people.
85.
Yeah.
You're
You,
close.
you
I
both,
beat you.
Hey,
you
you
both
both.
are crazy.
hey, two things.
The highest you'll have is 25.
No, be honest. How many people do you think we could fit in the basement and upstairs?
At least
Realistically,
five. At least
realistically,
five.
I think 40.
At least 5.
30.
30. Okay.
30.
What do you think?
I'm going to say 45.
At least 2.
There it is. No,
That's
no.
my
See,
God.
realistically, Dredge is thinking from a comfortability standpoint.
I am.
I'm talking about the amount
All
of
right.
people we could just squeeze into an air. We could
yeah,
easily fit
yeah.
90 people.
No, that's wrong too.
Comfortable.
And
We're not-
Now what's comfortable?
Non-fire
Like,
hazard.
I want this place to look
Non-fire
like a
hazard.
Comic-Con. That's what I want.
Wait, can I read
If
Kay's
there's too many
message
people,
now?
I won't be able to see if people get, sticky fingers with
I
the
thought-
Funko wall.
I think realistically.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Dill. You might need to put up a barrier. I won't lie to you.
That's accusatory
It's not
of your community.
accusatory.
I put a
Actually, who am I
barrier.
kidding? I know exactly what Funkos are there. So
So does Dredge.
So does Dredge.
That's true. I haven't memorized
Didn't even
too.
walk it back. You were
Dredge,
just
Dredge
oh.
like Indiana Jones it, where he buys like a $2 Funko and he switches it out for like one of the valuable ones.
Oh, I've thought
hilarious.
about it. Don't worry, I've thought about it.
All right.
How long it's
I'm going to get back to Kay's message.
Please
that
do,
you didn't
because
let me read.
well, yeah, please read it.
50 months. Let's go. That was in all caps.
Let's
Oh,
freaking go.
State Cross fist bump for all of you.
Kay,
Pounds
thank
around,
you.
Pounds around, pounds around.
Thank you for the 50 months, Kay. You freaking rock, and I am greatly indebted to you.
Also,
Thank you so
apology to the ears on that one.
much. That was way too much.
Crystal Colden gifted a Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything membership.
Thank you.
And I've been happy about it before, but now Pete's probably not happy about it. It went to Colin
Yeah.
Cleves.
Hey, he made a good dad joke. He deserved it.
Yeah,
What can
I
you say?
agree.
Listen, I'll make it my mission on Yu-Gi-Oh! Nothing. I want this guy out of here.
God, Colin Cleves.
I'm getting rid of him.
He's a good
I'm
dude.
going to make it my mission.
He's a good guy, man. Very good at the game of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Am I
Now,
being
I've never had the
reason why?
honor of dueling him. Some people say
He would smoke you.
Some people say it
He
would
would
be a
smoke
tough matchup
He
for
would
him
smoke you.
because of my style.
Yeah, it'd be
Your
hard for him to
style,
not
you don't
laugh.
have a style.
No.
Your style is garbage.
No, my
you
style.
are trash.
My style is
So
Bad.
Sogetsu.
I can't even say it.
So
It's
gets you
just
style.
crazy.
It's a slur.
Pathetic.
No.
Okay. We got $20.
today.
Just keep going,
Cal. Just keep going.
We got $20 from
my
KP. Thank you,
Kay.
Kay.
Thank you,
Excuse
Kay.
me?
Thank you.
In parentheses.
Oh, $20. Thank you so much, Kay. Thank you.
Oh, I
He
didn't
eventually
know.
listens. In parentheses, there's no stream tomorrow, but do you remember the 21st night of September?
I can't believe it. Wow.
Now,
Oh no.
I dancing in the moonlight.
Ooh, see, there's his
I
voice. See that?
dancing in the wind life. I
Someone should
Something,
record this
up the
something,
words.
something
because this
tonight.
is the last time his voice gonna sound like
I'm
this.
going
so
to-
There you go.
I'm in a good mood. Tomorrow night I'm gonna be in Disney Springs, living La Vida Loca.
Hey.
I mean, it's gonna be
your
a
first night where you
crazy,
just shop through everything.
crazy
inside
weekend.
What time are you landing?
Living
Epcot
La
around the
Vida
world.
Loca.
I land at 11 a.m.
Oh, so you have a whole day.
Not only is it crazy, I'm going to Disney.
jealous.
The arc
I'm
finale's
jealous.
coming up, and this arc's been so good, so I'm excited for the episode. Yeah. Jump Festa in 85 days. Are you freaking kidding me? This is, by the way, this very moment is the closest we've been to Jump
Wait,
Festa.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
All right. So
that was a caliber comment.
So you're away this next week, correct?
Yes, correct.
Are we doing? And I think this is a great idea. Are we gonna live all of us watch the arc finale sub before the podcast next Wednesday?
Tuesday, 11 p.m.
or Wednesday before the podcast?
11 p.m.
I'm down for
Holy
either of those
fuck.
things, by the way.
Because you, what time? Well, or that, or you could do it Tuesday. You could do the Tuesday plan, but if it's gonna be late, it's gonna be tough for all of us. I'm saying Wednesday before.
me.
We could do it right now, watch it,
That's why.
and then do the podcast.
Not a bad idea.
You
Listen,
got to think about it. Decide what you want to do, but just possibility.
Then you got to make sure to announce
Do
it.
it.
You know, all that good stuff.
I like that. I'll think
Only
about
because
it.
then Tuesday you have time to recover for like
Yeah,
hot
Tuesday
second.
we get in at 9,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be a late night.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I mean, it's up to you. You do what, but just so you can.
We might do
take
a
a second.
special reaction next week for the finale where we're live with the finale. Maybe 30 minutes here, and then like we do it at like 7. Go to like 7:45 and then do Crazy 8's at 8. Do like
Yeah.
a 15-minute break.
Yeah.
That way they're still two separate things.
Of course.
My fear is I don't want Crazy 8's to get taken down by the copyright bots.
Right.
So
Got
we would
it.
have to do two
Yeah,
separate.
separate.
things.
Oh, that's fine.
But
yeah.
back to back simultaneously.
Makes complete sense.
Yeah, I
also-
agree.
I like
wanna,
that.
Kay, for better or for worse, whether you like it or not, there will be a stream tomorrow. It's over on Super D Pride.
Yep.
Your
True,
boy,
there will be.
playing The Last of Us Part 2.
Hey,
continuing our journey.
yo.
So,
Yo,
the
dude.
21st of September, we'll have a stream. So if you
Oh,
wanna
does that
stop by
mean I
there-
need to let you in?
What?
Does that mean I need to let you in?
Maybe.
That would be preferable.
Okay, yeah, just let me
I
know
mean,
when you're coming.
I can do it, a little bit.
Well,
Yeah. The
I
old-fashioned
may
way, you
I
know
may
what I'm
not
saying?
be here at like 8 o'clock when you normally come, so
Okay.
just let me know. I'll hide
Okay.
the key in a special
Um,
place.
I should be here around 8:30.
Under the doormat. No, not under the doormat.
Yeah, he's told everybody where it is.
Yeah, cool stuff. Kay, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
I also have a quick question.
Yeah.
Based on that performance, are you like speed running, completely destroying your voice
Yes.
before the surgery?
Yes.
Is that the
Well, it
plan,
doesn't
or-
matter
That's-
anymore.
Yes, that's his
It-
Does it not
No,
matter
it
anymore?
does.
Now,
It
Nick King,
does.
The other night he was playing Fall Guys, and then he was like, "Oh, you know what? F my voice. Switch over to Marble Racing." Announced that for over an hour. Annihilated his voice.
Oh, by the
And-
end you could
and,
hear
and
it,
he
right?
goes. I mean, it really doesn't matter because I'm getting the surgery. And I'm like, I
matters.
kind of think it matters.
It matters. Hey,
It
to-
does matter.
To be fair, I do think it matters.
It does matter.
But if Dylan, like, at least the therapy that Dylan's been going through for his voice, like, if he wasn't doing that, he couldn't do marbles and then do this on Wednesday.
My vocal and actually
Like, no
my
shot.
ENT did say my vocal cord no longer has any yellow in it, so it
Oh,
is
that's
getting a
good.
lot better. So it has improved.
For
The
those who don't know,
therapy-
yellow is bad in the vocal cord.
yellow's very
Yes, it
bad.
should
Yeah.
not be
It's
yellow.
not
the sign
normal.
of hemorrhaging. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
And
no more
basically,
yellow.
you just got this because you overused it.
I overused it, and when I was hoarse and raspy, I would continue to talk.
He would
Didn't
never
allow it
take.
to
He wouldn't rest.
properly
Like
heal.
you know when you have pain or something, you guys rest. Dylan just would never rest. That's
Yeah.
all it was.
You
And so
know,
it's
rest day at the
yeah.
gym.
What
pretty
is
much.
rest?
What Dredger said is 100% accurate.
That's crazy that you did that much.
Yeah.
That you messed
Singers
up.
have it a
mean-
lot, but
Yeah.
think about
Adele.
it. Singers are singing every day or two. On
And
tour.
Dylan also used to take naps right after eating, and that also didn't help.
Acid
his-
reflux.
Acid reflux. Now that's not why the polyp formed.
No, but it didn't help with your vocal cords.
No, it did not. No.
Well, no, because it wouldn't had SOS on.
We got $5 from Into the Brains.
Thank you. Into the brains. Thank you, Natalie.
Also,
the brains.
Dylan going on these trips reminds me of the Akira Zeizen scene in episode 105 where he's walking around Den City. Hope surgery goes okay.
Now now remember what happens to Akira just a few episodes after
Dies.
he's yes. So I think it's fascinating. Now, Natalie,
Just
it's always
5 days later.
it's always reminded it's always reminded me of again that Star Vessel arc and Jujutsu Kaisen. So very very similar outcomes for those characters.
I
which
also
is
just wish I
fascinating.
could be you in some ways. I mean, just out here perusing the nation, going on all these trips, just seemingly unlimited PTO. I mean, it must be nice.
It does seem like you have a
I
lot
mean,
of
like I went
PTO.
on one vacation 4 years, and you were there with me in Chicago. I mean, like how do I get to be you? What am I doing
A
wrong?
lot of the vacations I've gone on are weekend trips. A lot of them are.
I'm still doing something wrong.
So you're just taking
the Monday or Friday, or he does like
no, or I
students.
leave Friday night.
Really
Like
on
trips to the
Thursday.
Poconos.
And
you
it's
leave
only
Friday
going to
night.
get worse next year because you used all of your vacation days because you thought you were leaving very early on the year. Now that you're just spreading it out, it's going to be even more trips. It's going to be crazy.
No, I do have like 4 or 5 trips planned next year.
Do you have
already.
any available PTO as of this moment?
What?
Like for next year, or is it all scheduled?
January 1st, I
You
get
have-
23 days.
you
on
have-
January
Right.
1st.
But how
Five-
many of those days take up space in the next calendar
I
year?
haven't calculated it.
That's
You have
crazy.
5
probably
vacations
close.
planned for next year.
I yes.
5 trips.
Yes.
Wait,
And
hold
it's
on. I know-
September of the previous year.
I know
5.
2 of them. What are the other ones?
Sounds like me with weddings.
right. You
Yeah,
have
that's that. But
Texas?
that we expect that of
You
you.
have
Yeah.
Texas.
5.
Texas,
You have Seattle.
yes.
What the hell are the other ones?
Disney.
Yeah,
You
that
go to
one.
Disney again?
No,
All of
that,
us.
yeah, potentially.
When is that
That's
again?
potential.
And then I have
San
a
Diego.
surprise one that I've made you guys aware about in June.
Oh, right. I always forget about that.
Yeah,
one.
and then I think
San
I'm going to
Diego.
San Diego
I
again
don't
with my
remember.
RA
Oh, you've
friends.
seen all the
yeah.
homies.
Yeah. So I think
If
that's
you-
fine.
His
you know,
actual friends.
You ever need a partner out there, bro? You know, I always want to go to California.
It's a beautiful
What
state.
if we just stowed away?
On Spirit luggage.
He's like, wow, this is definitely way over 50, but we'll let it slide.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Off the cut weight.
We got
Natalie, thank you so much. Hopefully, I don't have the same fate as Akira Zeisen. Thank you, Natalie.
we got $5.01 Canadian from Pick Rick.
Thank you, Pick the Rick.
Pick Rick said, "Are we ever gonna get that poo 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 dono notification, or you can switch out of the membership notification?"
When Dylan's on
so we can
the
keep
shelf, he'll put it up.
Actually, I believe that. I actually believe you're going to do a lot
Oh,
of
yeah, when he's on the
shelf.
Oh, yeah.
And that is one you should.
That is one when I'm on the shelf. By the way, the soundboard that DJ's been using, the sound effect board has about 2 pages, DJ, or 2.5.
2 plus a row, I think.
2 plus 4.
2 plus 4. I want that to be at about 8 full pages.
Can we also, I've been requesting this one for
Yes.
a while. I think it's the Rock one comes up with like the link donation.
Yeah.
We usually get it for this podcast. Could we do the one of you just going, just screaming?
Yes.
Like those, that has to be on the
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to do it before.
Like that one?
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
No, that's
We're
Donnie.
going to find it.
No, you should make it
No, what?
boy. Just stop.
Go to the next one.
No, what do you...
Cal,
what-
Go to the next one.
I don't know what screen you're talking about.
Don't worry about it.
Go to the next one. I'm going to hit him again. Go to the next one.
I'm gonna hit him again.
Thank you, Rick. We got $5 Canadian from Dylan Peddle.
Thank you, Dylan.
Dylan said, "Do you think we'll ever get a Kuaidul versus Otis duel? And is there more of a chance of the mysterious girl working for Kuaidul or Otis?"
Boy.
Oh.
That's a great question. There's more of a chance, I think, of her working for Otis.
Really?
Kuaidul seems like a lone soldier. He seems like he's just
I
kind
mean,
of doing
that's true. He
everything
probably
himself.
doesn't need. But yes, but I feel like
what?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Because like the whole, the girl being surrounding not the Great King, the furniture guy. What's his name again? The whole
nail
thing.
variant.
Yeah, the nail
Yeah,
variant. Yeah. Like I don't know. I feel like that. All that kind of relates back to. No, that actually part doesn't really relate back to Kuaidul, so this could be still be Otis.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still there's still a lot of questions between the two of them, and then the second part of that, will we get a Kuaidul versus Otis duel? I think that is pretty likely.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty likely because I think there's 2 characters that Otis, if he's going to be the main villain, can get wins against to be legit. I think Kuaidul is one. I think that's
It's
fascinating.
like you think you're the man.
And I think the other one
I
is
made
is,
you.
is Yuga. I think the other one's Yuga.
Just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Leave
And I
him
mean, if you
alone.
want him to beat Yuumu and Yuhi, I guess you can. Yugioh as well. I think there's actually quite a few characters you can feed to Otis here if they go that route.
We're not feeding Yuga. I'm protecting my boy. Leave him alone.
Well, then why?
Oh God.
I think Yuga's gotta lose. He actually hasn't won a duel in Go Rush. Fun fact.
Right. So why does he have to
Lose.
lose?
Not so fun fact.
Unless you count him beating the Lug with UDS.
I mean, he did win that.
I'm done over here, by the way.
Okay.
Wrapping it up.
Let me tell you something, man.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk.
Let me talk.
Great stuff, guys. I want to thank all of you for being here. Yeah, when he hasn't won a 1v1 duel. My apologies. I should have clarified on that.
Should have.
Thank you all so much for being here, man. You guys are freaking awesome. To everybody that came by, watched, listened, I greatly appreciate you. We all loved the episode. Poll came in 74% great, 19% good, 93% thought it was a great or a good episode, 4% decent, 2% bad. So
Those are good numbers.
93 to 6.
like those
Yeah.
numbers.
I mean, listen, it's just been great. It's been fascinating, and I'm very excited. Next week's going to be a party. We might have a dual feature for you guys. 7 to 7:45 is going to be maybe the watch-along, and then 8 o'clock will be Crazy 8's season Arc 6 finale, episode 77. It will also mark not only the final episode of the Arc, but it will also mark the final Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode that I'm able to do with you guys for the foreseeable future.
Wow.
I want you to give a follow to the people to my left, Calibro, Nick T, Pete, and Dredger. All their socials are linked down below. Thank you to them so much. I'm going to let them speak and promote themselves. Please give them a follow.
Sure. Before I start, we got $2 from Into the Brains. And Natalie said, Yusaku is still my favorite MC, but Yuga's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yuga's cool.
Yeah. I think Yuga's
show.
cool.
Yeah. Between the two of them, I think I like Yuga a little more.
As far as
but-
a character, yes.
Yeah.
As far as a good hangout, it's Yuga.
Oh, definitely. Hanging out.
If I need a duelist though, go.
If you need a duelist, Yusaku's the guy.
Call
There's
him
no
up.
one I'd take
Call him
over
up.
him. There's no one I'd
W's.
take over him.
W's.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right. So
Thank you, Natalie.
I'm Calibro. I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/calbreezy. CALBREEZZY. I haven't done it in a while, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to get back into it. We'll see how that goes. But I also might be streaming for Dill when he's on the shelf.
Yes.
Yes.
On YouTube, most likely on Monday nights on YouTube, I'll do the Rush Duel video game. And
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
DJ.
let's see, and maybe I might even do something on Twitch too on another day in the week. But we'll get there when the,
I gave
when
you
the
an
time
idea.
comes. Yeah, I have a couple ideas in my head. Again, a couple ideas in my head. So
Every
we got
time this guy goes, I'm not even that good. Watch him on stream last week.
nuts.
Dubs.
He's very good.
It was really frustrating. that I
I'm
won.
only one away from 1,500.
I ended up getting that, I think. too.
I mean, I'm watching this guy. I'm like, I wouldn't even be able to remotely keep up with this dude. Literally go.
He's
I
the
can
best
really-
Fortnite player I know.
I can somewhat keep up with him, but not like. I could win like 1 out of every 10
I'm
matches.
gonna be honest with you,
summoned your
Cal, I don't
mom.
think you're even in the same remote club.
Well,
Take a
in
little
no
smiling
build
smiles
season,
your
he can
slopping will
be able
bring.
to.
Yeah, because that's
But
just
by that, I
aim
mean
and
he still wins.
shooters that I can play.
Yeah.
Although it still has Bloom, which is different than most games. But yeah, that's all I got.
That
so-
was foreign.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys freaking rock. So, Dredge, you're a great Fortnite player.
You sound drunk.
Yeah.
That was so
Is he good?
bad.
Are you good, dude?
Well, he's great when I
Nick
play,
T?
huh?
Anything to promote?
Yeah, the Twitch, twitch.tv/Nick Fights Moms, variety streaming. We got Minecraft, all sorts of Ape Escape, whatever, you name it. Maybe we'll do that one day. Music streams, Nameling, and you guys aren't hearing this anyway, so Nameling album probably November. Check it out. Yeah, it's all in the chat. Go click the links. Don't even listen to this. Yeah,
He's not gonna let this
just
guy.
click all the links, and you'll find out news about the album.
Dredge.
Twitch.tv/DredgeNator. Pokemon Ultra Moon Nuzlocke Friday afternoon around 4 p.m. Eastern, then possibly a stream on the weekend. Come by.
Jesus Christ.
Just say something quick.
Yeah, Clueless Gamers.
First and
YouTube.
10.
I will be on Twitch, on Dylan's Twitch tomorrow
Tomorrow.
night. Last of Us.
Tomorrow
Check it
night.
out 9 p.m. And there you go.
First and 10 podcast. YouTube. Clueless Gamers.
I will say I lowered the desktop audio quite a bit. So,
You didn't tell us that.
well, so it's louder for us, but everyone should still be able to hear everything.
I wouldn't have rushed through it.
Oh, then say it.
Oh, no, it's fine.
No, do it again.
No, we're good. No,
No.
we're good. We're fine.
No, good.
We're
Do
fine.
it again.
I want you to do it again. I lowered it. I
do it
lowered it
again.
even more. Do
Colin,
it again.
if you're
Promote
being
it. Promote
serious,
it.
if you're
Promote
being
it. When's the
serious,
new
I
album?
will be on
November 3rd, probably.
November 3rd, new album
New Nameling
confirmed
album,
here.
easiest answer.
First time on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything podcast.
Hey.
Nameling NJ, November
There it
3rd.
is.
It's confirmed.
Check it out. Follow me on all the socials so you can get the good news about it.
Colin, I expect you to be
Yes.
over there on Twitch, or I'm disowning you.
True.
All right. Well, we have that. Thank you guys all so much for the super chats, for the donations. Chapel of Flapple, thank you for the very, very, very generous donation as well. You're freaking awesome. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Dredge. Thank you, Nick T. Thank you, Cal. And thank you to the man behind the camera, DJ. You guys are freaking awesome. Sending off. This has been Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8's episode 76. It was Kuaidul all along. Thank you so much. And I hope you have
An amazing day.
Take care, guys. Good